Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Vulcan, Red Yoshi. Nice to see you all in here. Did you get any ads yet, Yoshi? Because I just feel like if you're in here, you've probably gotten some ads already. But who knows? Yeah, so nothing really new to say for today. Other than if you didn't see the announcement on Twitter, I am doing a collaborative stream on Wednesday. That'll be very fun. It'll be at the same time, so should be pretty easy to be there for that if you're here for these. But I am playing Chained Together with Squid VTuber named Radical Mari. She's been in the chat a few times. She's very cool. Another streamer who I have not met yet. I think she's a VTuber as well. And genuinely, I'm not saying this, to be mean or anything. Her channel name, I believe, is Moonbitch. So, that's what she wants to be called. So, gonna be playing with her as well, and surprise special guest, Chloe Eves, the voice of Corin, will also be there. So the four of us are going to be trying to play through that game for the first time. I started it up earlier just to make sure it worked, and upon finding out that it did, turned it off. So we'll see how well it goes. But yeah, that is the Wednesday plan. But other than that, we are ready to go. Let's hop in here. Let's get into this game. Alright, so to start off with, saw this Ben Trust thing over here, so I waited to do that, and then I also have this. I didn't know if this one was a special thing, the one with Anby, but it looks like it was, so I saved it for the stream, but I guess I'll find out if I should have or not.
Please, give me another black bowl bone broth noodles. Oh, what a coincidence. You're having noodles here too. This is a little embarrassing. Getting busted by you pigging out like this.
I can slam 2 bowls myself.
2 bowls, eh? That was actually my 4th just then. Am I eating too much? I usually have to get the 5th bowl of noodles here before I start to feel full. Eating too much makes you tired. I wish I could just skip to eating that 5th bowl. By the way, Mr. Proxy, are you hungry?
I mean, dude, he's a bear. Like, of course he needs to eat a lot. I mean, for a bear to get full on noodles, I mean, that would be crazy. Chingy trailer dropped yesterday along with a preview of 1.3 Agents. No Time to Breathe. Yeah, no kidding. I'm still trying to catch up. And it's like, alright, here's all the new characters. Here's the new trailer. And I'm like, guys, I haven't even gotten halfway done yet. Like, but I thought it was funny the new girl that they announced, Caesar King, right? I'm like, that would just be like if you named yourself like Lord Czar, like her name is just King basically. Ben sounds like he'd make a killing doing ramen challenges. I saw a fan art thing of that. It was like an animation. It might have been an MiHoYo like sponsored one, but it was like him and Kaleda doing like a ramen eating contest. It was pretty funny. I'm definitely excited for Billy lore. Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about any of the characters that I know currently. Yeah, trust increase. Alright. Okay, NB. Okay.
Oh, it's you.
I was right.
I was just about to go into the video
It
store
was a
to see
special
you.
thing. Glad I saved it.
Do you want to watch the heartbeat together?
Watch it together. If you don't mind, sure.
You watch the heartbeat with Anby. Even after having left the room, the emotional turmoil still lingers. Is it just you, or did you just hear the faintest of sobs?
It's over.
Anby sobbing?
The heartbeat was as good as I remember.
I don't know, man. I'm waiting for a Billy video archive. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. He's the only one who's, like, started in a different faction.
Especially the ending scene. When the mother finally finds her child in the hollow, and the two of them embrace. No matter how many times I watch it, that scene always moves me.
It'd be funny if, like, this is the in-universe equivalent of watching, like, Cars, you know? And she's, like, super emotional about it.
You're actually quite sentimental, Anby.
Really? Nicole said the same thing. But I only seem to get like this when I'm watching a movie. Oh, is it okay if I come by the video store again and get some movie recommendations from you?
I feel like the
Okay, of
way her hair falls would be really annoying in real life. To just always have, like, hey, Pixar movies can be an emotional gut punch too. I mean, they usually are. But, like, you know, Cars versus, like, Up, you know? Like, I don't know. Up is purposely designed to make people just sob.
Of course. Anytime.
Thanks a lot for today.
Though I always thought about in Up, he kind of killed his wife. You know? Like, I know he didn't mean to, but he was like, come on, up the hill. You got it. Let's go up the hill. And then she collapsed. So, like, maybe she would have lived if he didn't try to get her to the top of the hill, you know? Fair. Up kicked me emotionally in the opening credits. Yeah, I mean, it's like. Up is like most of the movie is alright to go through. Like, you'll be okay. But then you get to, like, just the start of it, the opening credits, like you said, are just, like, monstrous. Like, specifically showing you the happy scenes of their life and how incredible and amazing it is, just so we can watch this old lady have a heart attack and die. Like, it's fucked up, dude. Why are you sweating so much? Were you watching Cops? Oh, there you are, Wise. I'm looking for the blank videotapes I bought earlier. You told me to tidy up, and now I can't remember where I put them. Weren't we busy stocking new items those 2 days? Anyway, if you're free, lend me a hand and help me look. Okay. Immersive storytelling for the video searching. Searched all around the house and finally found them under the store counter.
Wise, you're back.
Yo! Nick, in the chat. It's my buddy. That's Von Lycan's voice actor, everybody. How's it going, dude? Hope your polls are blessed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I might do some polls on this one. I don't know what I'm doing at this point, because, like, I could save up for more characters, but I don't really have anybody I want in particular from the new stuff now, because, like, I got Ben, I want Kaleda, but, like, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to comment on leaks and stuff, but some of the characters I've seen for the future look pretty cool, so maybe I'll save for them. But, yeah, glad to have you in.
I've already sent set up the TV to record. You don't have anything coming up for the next 2 days, do you?
I guess not.
Well, no. Why do you ask?
This, like, it feels like so many of these quests start with Belle being like, hey, can you do me a favor? And Wise is like, I guess.
Don't give me that. Surely you haven't forgotten what day's coming up?
Of course.
Thanks for the reminder. You mean Nicole's lawsuit, right?
Oh, that day. I thought it was going to be like, it's my birthday or something, but instead it's just like, ah, yes, Nicole's lawsuit, her day in court. I've played with Ben and Lycan together for farming yesterday. They're fun to play together. They are fun. I liked playing as Vaughn when I was in the beta, but I haven't gotten him yet either. I'd be happy to get him. I've got enough polychrome to do a decent amount of polls. It's just like I would do them on the regular banner, I guess.
Exactly.
Each character previewed so far has a compelling design. I'm almost glad I have to think about team comp before pulling to tell myself to skip banners. Yeah, I mean, the people who try to get, like, every character in these games, I don't know how they have any money. Like, I'd go broke so fast.
The Vision demolition case begins proceedings in a couple of days. Our old buddy Nicole is going to be on TV representing the Canvas Street residents in court. We can take a little credit for ourselves for helping to expose Vision and its conspiracy.
Does Nicole
it's worth putting the
live
trial on tape.
on Canvas Street, or is she just, like, trying to get money out of it? I'm broke already and I haven't even played yet, so I'm way faster than y'all. Yeah, I mean, it's hard out here for a pimp, you know? As Abe Lincoln said, I think that was him. Real dilemma for every ZZZ player. Yeah, no, I just ordered all those prints and, you know, commissioning art and all that stuff. It's been an expensive time as of late, but hopefully that just means on the back end it'll be alright. So how's the Gamba plans? I don't even know what that means. Gamba. Like Gambate? But like with an M? Ganbate? Lycan definitely sets the bar for stun agents extraordinarily high. The plans on what banners to pull? Honestly, I don't know, because, like, I don't have anything against the new characters, but I also don't, like, really want them necessarily. So I'm kind of like, maybe I'll just save up polls until I see a character that I, like, really think is super cool. But at the same time, I would like to get, you know, Kaleda, Von Lycan would be cool. So, like, I don't know. The plans are ever shifting. They revealed 2 drips those days. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Like, what's her Caesar King, which is like a really weird name. It's like Caesar King is like if your name was like President Mayor, you know. Isn't Sons of Caledon heavily implied to be Billy's old crew? Yeah, I mean, he's got like the red jacket, kind of biker gear, with the boar on the back. I mean, I have Piper already, so I've got one of them. I would potentially, I mean, if I were to get one of them, I'd like the pig launcher girl, Lucy. So the 2 new people I'm not that interested in, but we'll see. I like that Lycan kicks ice because that's literally a Mr. Freeze pun from the 90s Batman movie. Hell yeah. Chill out. My favorite, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, moment in movies was when, what was it? It's not Total Recall. No, it is Total Recall, I think. When he like throws the dude, Richter, he throws him from like a huge up high thing, and he's like, see you at the party, Richter. I think that's a funny one. Ain't there a book about a lieutenant major? Is that? I mean, that sounds like an army rank. Is that not? Is that not a real rank? I guess it wouldn't be. Majors are so much higher than lieutenants. There could be. I've never read it, but sounds plausible. Maybe we can sell the tape to
You were
Nicole.
thinking we could sell Nicole a copy of the tape, aren't you?
Guilty as charged.
Ayo, chat and Ben's VA. What up, Roxas? Welcome in.
Redo TV is streaming it right now.
Just playing through more of the game. Redo TV. Do they still have all the like weird offshoot streaming channels in this world? Like Tubi and Fubo and shit like that?
If you're not doing anything, come watch it with me.
Those ones I do not understand. Because it's like, if you want the benefits of streaming, but you also then have to watch commercials, like,
I'm reporting to you live from the helicopter pad
terrible.
atop Janus Quarters Security Bureau. In a few moments, Charles Perlman, the accused, the cunning hares representing the citizenry, and others involved in the case, will, as is typical, travel to the new Eridu Supreme Court to await trial via the Special Court of Law airship.
Anby's got her burger, of course.
The court proceedings will be streamed in full, and citizens are encouraged to follow the proceedings from home.
Nicole, the airship is almost here, and you still haven't finished packing.
And on that note, Nicole, do you really need to pack so many things for court?
She has a grenade? She's bringing a grenade to the courthouse? You can't do that. Got an S Wenjin of Lycan's weapon, so I'm excited to get Lycan soon. Well, I hope it goes well for you. We got Nicholas Thurkettle in the chat currently, voice of Von Lycan, so maybe it's good luck. Maybe you'll get him, you know? I got Grace's Wenjin last time. I do not have Grace, so I did not get lucky. That was my guaranteed S rank, too.
What do you know? The whole city's following this case. In other words, it's a chance for us to make a name for ourselves.
Going for the Hillary Clinton suit.
So, of course, I want to make sure I'm putting my best and prettiest face forward. I'm not kidding. I even printed off some flyers about us to pass around to potential clients out in the gallery.
Isn't what they do illegal?
Nicole, that's your phone. Sounds like a message.
Why does her phone look like an old, like the original Game Boy? Lycan's delayed attack mechanic took me the better part of a month to figure out. I don't know. I thought I was playing Von Lycan right, but maybe I wasn't when I was in the beta. Because I thought you just held the button down for him to, like, do an ice version. New Eridu's just retro like that. I guess so, but, like, it's not even, like, a fun color. It's just, like, beige.
Thank you.
Huh? Nicole, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't tell me. It's another debt collection message from one of our loan sharks.
Nuh-uh. Put a sock in it, Nekomata. We don't owe anybody any money these days. Except for Phaethon. And those other 5 loan sharks.
Yep, that seems about right.
Nicole, what's going on? Who's that message from just now? What's going on? Who is that?
It's like Nicole's dad or boyfriend, some mysterious stranger from the
So
past.
many messages. And they're all blank?
We'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Ugh, I can't take it anymore.
Well, Nicole's always in debt, so no surprise her phone's not exactly top of the line. That's fair. I guess, to me, she seems like the type who would buy the high-end phone and then be like, ah, I just don't have any money. Why don't I ever have money? It's like, well, maybe you should have saved instead of buying that phone. Not long later, inside the video store. Okay.
I thought Perlman's crimes were so outrageous that the trial would be a cakewalk.
Ah, Belle's discovering that democracy doesn't work when the people committing the crimes have so much money.
I never thought they would have to debate over every single detail. No wonder Nicole's been so worried about this case.
Nathan!
Hello there, Proxies. Hey, Nicole, Ambi. What are you two doing here?
Shouldn't you be at the courthouse with your grenade?
Nicole, shouldn't you be on your way to catch that airship right now?
Airship? We fly by blimp?
That was the plan, but I think there's something I need to discuss with you first, or else I'll be distracted in court.
Nicole, didn't you want to go get on that dirigible?
What's going on? What do you want to talk about?
Nathan, remember how you asked me a while back to help you track down the hacker Rain? And decrypt the Bellobog Heavy Industries memory unit?
New era do ethereal monsters, but also relatable details like rich people getting away with crimes. Exactly. It's like, we gotta stop the monsters. And they're like, what about the monsters of capitalism? It's like, it's too hard. It's too big. We can't do it. Would you guys go on a blimp ride if you could? Like instead of taking a plane across the Atlantic Ocean to get to Europe, or I guess the other way if you live in Europe, would you go by blimp knowing it'll be like a 4-day ride, but like kind of new and interesting? Or would you just stick with the plane? I'm interested. You know what? Actually, let's make this a poll. I'll, make it fancy in this chat. Wish you could make a longer poll than this, because it's not a lot of words I get. There we go. All right. We'll do 5 minutes. That seems like enough. Cool. All right, there you go. There's an official poll, so you can vote if you like. All right. I'm slowly learning how to do Twitch.
Hang on. Are you telling me your conscience has finally overcome you, and you're here to tell us that you two aren't as close as you claimed?
Blimp, blimp, blimp. I mean, it looks like Blimp is gonna take it.
Of course not! You can doubt anything about me, but not my connections. Even if Rain is the hottest new thing on internet, she will still back me up.
We did so much stuff that I completely forgot this entire subplot was happening. Like, I did not remember this at all.
It's just some weird stuff's been happening to her recently.
I think I smell some gossip.
That's such a weird line for Wise. Ooh, I think I smell some gossip.
Put away your popcorn. It's not that simple. Basically, it's just this. Lots of us who are close with Rain, including me, get messages from her every now and then. But they're all blank. At first, we didn't think anything of it. But then it continued for a couple weeks. And worse, apart from these messages, it's like she's disappeared into thin air. And it feels like things are getting worse. She used to send one every few days, max. But she's already sent 5 or 6 this morning.
Suppose I don't understand
That does sound strange.
what that means.
Fairy, can you take a look at these messages from Rain and determine whether they really are blank?
I would just be like, she's sitting on her phone or something. Nicole very gradually becoming suspicious. Yeah, I mean, she's pretty suspicious already since she's, you know, heavily in debt to like a million people.
Of course, Master. Master, analysis confirms these messages contain absolutely no additional content at all.
Surprised to make a request of Fairy and she just does it instead of the sass.
However, the sender's location is not encrypted. After analysis, the coordinates show the messages were sent near the Ballet Twins buildings.
Hold on.
Don't know what that
Did you
means.
say the ballet twins?
What's wrong, Nicole? You've gone completely pale. Is there something wrong with that building?
You must not care much for urban legends, Proxy. The ballet twins are a set of 2 towers, and lately, there have been popular rumors of paranormal events happening there. People say
It's
that
like
there's...
Lord of the Rings. Also, I bet Anby's jacket is super heavy. Like, especially on the arms and back. Like, it looks like she's probably wearing like 35 pounds at least. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but you carry that around all the time, you're gonna get pretty tired.
Quit it, Ambi. Enough! Anyways, fact of the matter is, those 2 towers were swallowed up by a hollow years ago. Ordinary people can't transmit data in and out of the hollows like you two. So how could Rain's messages be coming from there?
Based on her capabilities, I don't think Fairy would be mistaken. So wise. Seeing as how we're in a hurry to find Rain, and since Nicole is so upset by this, what do you say we go over to the
Oh,
Ballet
is
Twins ourselves
this
to take a look?
is this where we're gonna meet Victoria Housekeeping? This seems like the setup.
I agree. There's no way Rain's messages are anything paranormal.
Nicole,
'Cause
we'll
they're
go
all
check on Rain's
weirdos.
location, but we'll likely end up in a hollow. Can you lend us Andy
Ballet
and the others?
Twins, I've heard of this place. Okay. Alright, Nick. Let's see. You're being sneaky in the chat, being sly. I get it.
Of course. It's not like I'll need them in court anyway. Oh yeah, this is for you. It might come in handy.
By the way, no pressure if you just want to watch. But if you would like to hop on the Discord, or I can, I guess, invite you to a call, you could discuss these things as we go through them. But like I said, no pressure. I understand if you're just vibing and want to just hang out in the chat. And it looks like Blimp is the winner. Everybody wants to ride the Blimp. So, all right then. Good to know. Photo of a young girl. It's very weird that it just says that instead of like photo of Rain. Now I can hop in for a few if my tech knowledge holds up. All right, then I will I'll start a call. Well, first I will start up Discord. All right, hold on, everybody. We're getting Nick in the chat in the Discord in a second. Switching back to my other screen for a second while I get this all set up, so you guys don't get a look at all my social security stuff that I keep on my desktop at all times. Hello, Master Dwarf. Welcome. Okay. All right.
Hello there.
Hello. How's it going?
All right. I think I'm gonna have to mute the Twitch here. There I go. Now I'm not hearing an echo of myself.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. All right. Well, cool. Glad to have you in. chat, is Nick loud enough? Do I need to make him louder, quieter? What's the vibe?
Yes, let me know. I can also speak up. A little louder? All right, how's that?
Here, I'll turn you up a bit.
All right.
All right.
All right, is that better?
Yeah. How's that sound? Everybody good? A little louder? Better? Okay.
Okay.
All right. If when the action starts it's getting a little too quiet, I will readjust, but for now it seems fine. All right, let me edit my stream thing for just a second so people know that you're in here too. Cool. All right.
I like that I get joint credit for playing the game when I'm really just peering over your shoulder virtually.
Well, it's like I don't know if you have any siblings, but when I was younger, my older brother is 6 years older than me. My younger brother's 4 years younger than me. So there was a significant gap where like I was old enough to understand the tricks, but my little brother wasn't. So my older brother and I would play games that are only 2 players, and of course my younger brother wanted to play. So we would take the controller. It was like a PlayStation 1, so it was wired at the time, but you would just put it in the back of the console where there was no like port for it, and you'd be like, "No, yeah, you're playing. You're all those guys that were fighting." And like you never know the difference. All right.
I have an older brother and a younger sister. My brother is 2 years older, and man, video gaming growing up was a battlefield.
Yeah.
You know,
It was. We were all so spread out that there was never any chance. Like we would play Call of Duty, me and my little brother versus my older brother, and like I didn't realize at the time, but that was just an advantage for him because my younger brother wasn't good enough to really help me. So it was just he had more people to kill. But yeah.
Hang
All right.
on. Nicole, the girl carrying the backpack? That's Rain?
Is something wrong?
I didn't think about it. I can probably stream the game to you on Discord so you can hear it without having to like have the echo.
oh man,
If that would make it
you get
easier.
that advanced knowledge compared to me.
I have had a lot more practice doing this kind of stuff. Discord is unable to stream your application audio due to missing permissions.
Don't worry about it. I'm watching it.
So I can grant access. Okay.
Oh.
That's weird. I don't remember having to do that before, but all right. I think that should work. All right, we've got it all set up here. Okay. I'm mid-child, 2 sisters, both younger and older. Do you have middle child syndrome? I don't think I do. I think I'm fine, but I don't know. Maybe when I talk to people, they're like, "What a middle child."
I embody middle child syndrome.
Yeah, you always feel forgotten. Yeah, I don't know. I never felt like, I guess because I was so low maintenance, I just never felt like I was like left behind, but maybe it's cuz what I wanted was so small, it was pretty easy to make happen. Like both my older and younger brother they had a lot more to do. They were always doing sports and like, stuff like that. So in comparison, when I'm just like, "Hey mom, can I have one of my friends over Friday?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So
I've seen her. She often comes to our store. Huh. You really can't judge a book by its cover.
If you want to talk about hidden identities, doesn't Faith
Yeah,
and you
there
feel the
was
same way?
there was so much that happened the last time I played that I don't even really remember most of what's happening.
Anyway, I'll leave Rain to you because I've got a blimp to catch.
Have you been playing the game, or have you been kind of holding back on it?
I would like to act like I'm too cool for it, and I've been holding back, but honestly, it's just like my laptop is over 10 years old, and I don't have the hard drive space.
Yeah.
I just upgraded my phone, so I'll probably be downloading it there and give it a try. But yeah, I've just been doing other stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I don't know if I would be able to stream and do all of this at the same time if it weren't for me literally just last year getting a new computer, because mine got absolutely destroyed on the way to Malta.
Proxy,
Uh,
I'll take Billy and Nekomata with me. Meet us later near the ballet twins. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's like I had to bring it with me so I could record over there, and they lost my luggage.
oh,
We had
uh,
we had 4 of the 50-pound like giant luggage things, and then I want to say 3 carry-on size, and then 2 backpacks. They lost 3 of the 4 big ones, which had all of like pretty much all my clothes, my computer, like everything that was mine was gone.
ugh.
And took them like a week or two to figure out where it was and send it back. And when they delivered it to me, they were like, "Oh, here you go. It's should be fine." I opened it up, and like the side of my computer just fell off. Like
Oh,
it still functioned, but it was fucked up. I was like, "Yeah, there's no way this is making it back to the US." It
well, and
was
I don't know if you have this problem, but I'm always having to be conscious of how much hard drive space I have available because especially if I'm lucky and have a couple of auditions come in 1 week and you're having to,
mhm.
record and turn stuff around and especially like an on-camera audition, if you're trying to clean up good quality footage for that, like that chews up so much hard drive space.
Yeah. No, I mean, that happens a lot more with laptops, I feel, cuz my my computer came with what, like a terabyte of space, and then I took my old hard drive out of my other computer. So I have 2 in this one. So I haven't filled up 2 terabytes yet, and that's with all my games and stuff downloaded. But on laptops, it's a lot harder for sure. Um, all right, give me a second here. I'm alerting the Twitterverse that we've got a special guest here for the time being. But yeah, what's how's it been going for you? How was your weekend? Cause mine was mine was something.
Well, gosh, I feel like I want to unpack that, but maybe not in front of the chat. No, I had a good weekend. I drove down the coast to Temecula to my friend's. She was in a play down there at a company called Shakespeare in the Vines. So that's like southern wine country in
Yeah.
California. So down, had a glass of wine, saw the show. It was a really nice evening. And along the way, I stopped and did an interview on Asriel Vanity's YouTube.
Oh
So
yeah. Cool.
yeah, that was a good time. We had a nice chat. I don't know if anyone in this chat was there for that. So I only have a few good stories, and I try not to repeat them too quickly, which is going to be a challenge now that I'm actually getting interview requests. I don't know how to handle this. Do you know
Yeah.
how to handle this, Henry?
Uh, I just repeat myself because I'm like, I only have so many stories, and you know, maybe the
I
audience
feel
is
like
different.
that's the way you have to go. Like I've heard a couple of podcast interviews with Mark Hamill, and
Hmm.
he's clearly like told the story of being in Star Wars 10 million times.
Yeah.
So he kind of knows like what are the funny anecdotes. He knows how to shape it, and it's just like, yeah, man. What news are you gonna have to say at this point?
Yeah. No, it's. I feel like I've repeated myself on this stream a ton of times, and I'm not even. I've only been doing it for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But
All good. Yeah, Red Yoshi, Temecula is very toasty. It was like high 80s over the weekend, but thankfully it still gets pretty breezy when the sun goes down. So seeing the show was just fine. It's the stage is outdoors in the parking lot of a winery, so that's always a nice time.
yeah. Now my weekend wasn't, I was planning on talking about it anyway. It's not like I'm like I got some bad news, but I'm just I'm not a huge drinker. But that was this weekend for sure. It was my older brother.
Be careful, everyone. There's thick fog in here. It may hold danger.
Let me wait till the end of this cutscene because I don't want to miss the introduction.
That almost made me jump.
I don't think we should stick around here. Let's hurry up and find her.
It's interesting. It kind of. Oh, here come the creeps.
Entry into Thurkettle Hollow. Ballet Twins area confirmed.
Red Yoshi, we had breakfast the next morning in Old Town before I hit the road to head home, and it was oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's this incredible cafe that made their own scones. So I had.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I had a fancy toast with goat cheese, bacon, chives, and a honey drizzle, and then a vanilla salted brown butter scone, like a real man.
Damn,
If you don't think that's a real man's breakfast, then fight me.
that sounds incredible. I'd fight anybody who says they don't want to eat that. Are you kidding me? That's like the most delicious combination of words I've ever heard.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah.
See if I can find that.
No, it's I've never been I guess I've been in California like once, but I was there for a wedding and we were like on top of a mountain, so I didn't really get to see or experience any of the typical stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was my older brother's wedding celebration. They got married like last year while I was in Malta. And so this was like the makeup thing for the people who couldn't go because it was a very small like elopement kind of deal. So it was very fun. He lives in Louisville, so we originally it was supposed to be one thing, one day, one party.
Yeah.
Hey, Uncle Minty 1209, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Welcome in. But so like that was the plan. And then the day before we were going to do all that, my sister-in-law's mom essentially said, all right, well, I want to do something since, you guys are covering this party. I want to do something for my relatives who are coming from out of town. So we essentially did the same party 2 days in a row. And boy, the alcohol that I had was copious.
That'll hit you. No, I got past my hangover warranty period a long time ago, so now I have to be conscientious.
Well, and I was surprised that I wasn't hungover after that first day, because I drank like more than I have in a long time, because I didn't know this, but apparently when you're the brother of the person who got married a year ago, people will just, oh, I'll buy you a drink,
Yeah.
So
I didn't think you'd storm us like that.
I was like, I was like done basically.
Yeah.
Let's try to
Um,
avoid any
Hold on. I saw on
unusual
Twitter that the VAs for two of my faves were streaming. Had to be here. Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah. What's up, Uncle Minty?
It was impromptu, but Nick is here until he's bored or has something else to do. You know. Um,
Yeah. No, the last time that I had more than usually I will have one drink and that's it. The last time I can remember having more than two drinks was at a wrap party for a horror film that I produced, and we had all been out in the desert, staying in the same hotel for the last 8 days, just working insane hours, and everyone needed to blow off steam, and we were in this little restaurant, and they were staying open for our sakes, and yeah, I may have been like the oldest person on the set, but they just started buying shots, and I'm like, all right, I
Yeah.
gotta take care of these people.
yeah. No, it was towards the end of the party, basically. Um, yeah, Red Yoshi Piper is really fun to play. I like her a lot. But it was towards the end. I was like, I'm done. I've had as much as I want to drink. Went up to like, close out basically. Um, and my sister-in-law's brother walked up and he was like, "Oh, you're Isaac's brother, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am. I'm his younger brother. I'm the middle one." And he was like, "Let me buy you a drink." And I was like, "Oh, that's really nice of you, but no, I'm good. I was about to be done." And he was like, "Nah, I insist. Don't worry about it." So he was like, What kind of stuff do you like?" I was like, "I don't know. I like sweet stuff, ciders or like tropical drinks I like." And he was like, "All right." And so the bartender was like, "How about a twisted tea?" He was like, "Yeah, let's try that." So I've never had one before, but it's basically sweet tea with alcohol in it.
Yeah, in a can, right?
Yeah. And I'm not a
Yeah.
big tea guy, like, which as a voice actor sucks, because everyone's like, drink tea all the
I want
time.
to
And I'm
say,
like,
yeah.
I just can't force myself to do it. Right now, I have iced coffee because tea, when I've tried, I just won't drink it. And then I'm like, this isn't helping during the session. I'm just dehydrated now. So,
I have a friend who's a singer who melts gummy bears in hot water and drinks that
oh,
as like a throat cure.
that. I mean, I can see how it would work, but it sounds terrible. Like watered down gummy bears. Um, but yeah, so I have the twisted tea, and I'm like, okay, this is it then. So, talking to him for a while, and another person comes up. She's like, "Hey, I'm one of Maggie's friends from college." And I'm like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And she's like, "Oh, you're almost out, right?" And so, like, she, holding the tea, she lifts it up. And she's like, "Ah, that's almost empty." And I'm like, "It is like 70% full." So she immediately is like, "Yo, another twisted tea." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't, oh, okay." So now I'm holding two twisted teas, and I'm like, I look like the biggest fan of these, and I have not. This is the first one I've ever had. So I'm just walking around the party for a minute, just double fisting these teas, and then afterwards it was like, all right, everyone's going back to the Airbnb at like 10 p.m. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to go back because I know then everyone's just going to sleep. But like, I don't know what else to do. So my older brother was like, "Oh, we're going to this other bar to meet some friends who like weren't here for this." So ended up at another bar where I drank several more drinks after that, which is why I was absolutely confounded that the next day I was not hungover. But it was good. It allowed me to be able to drink again. Uh,
Well,
and
I mean, yeah, congratulations on dodging it.
yeah, I think what saved me is I ate like a lot. Like
Yeah.
towards the end of the night, there was a pop up happening inside the bar that wasn't associated with the bar. So it was very weird, but it was like Chicago style hot dogs and Italian sandwiches, like stuff like that. So I got
Italian
like,
beef. Oh
yeah,
man.
I got an
Yeah, that'll
Italian
soak it up real
beef
good.
with like an au jus and,
Uh huh.
some fries. I ate that at like 1:30 in the morning and, with another drink, and then went home, went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I was like, huh, I'm actually doing all right. But somehow managed to do that for 2 days, which is crazy to me because I am not, like I said, I don't drink that much. But I guess somebody was looking out for me. The patron saint of all Catholic alcoholics, which is my entire family. Hello, Ghost Levi. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Welcome, Ghost Levi.
Yeah, so that's my weekend story. But all right. It's hard to strike the balance between like discussing stuff with chat and then also like progressing in the game. I struggle with that for myself. Yeah, I mean this is the stream for chill.
Yeah. Is there speed running for ZZZ yet? I haven't even looked.
Afraid of the light?
I mean, I'm sure someone's doing it just to do it, but I would be surprised. I don't even know if there are like official speed runs for these kinds of games. Like I don't know.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, like a Genshin Impact speed run, I feel like would be pretty similar most of the time because you can't really like skip through a lot of stuff, but
it's got a page on speedrun.com. Just yesterday, someone got Chapter 1 casual mode in 1 hour and 3 minutes. That sounds fast. I have no idea if that's really fast.
That's pretty fast, because I have been trying to go through, I've been doing all the side content off stream, and I'm still, like, barely getting through this game. Like, this is just now the lead into Chapter 3, and I've streamed it for what, like, probably 20-something hours at this point. So, it's a big game.
My friend's kid is playing it, and my friend is really waiting for them to get to Victoria Housekeeping because he wants to look like Cool Dad and be like, hey, I know that guy. But he doesn't want to drop that until like the kid actually discovers Lycaon, and so he's agonized about it.
Yeah.
The kid's not getting there yet. The kid keeps side questing.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to the world of the voice actors. Like, everybody's always just got to sit back like, come on, come on. When can I talk about it? Especially when they started to release, like, character information. And I was like, oh, I'm sure now's going to be the day. And then they were like, here's some new characters. And I was like, what? New characters, you say? Not the people that I know? That's okay. I genuinely started to feel in those days where I was like just waiting to see if they were going to reveal Bellabog one day or not. I was like,
There's a flashlight.
Is this genuinely going to be like some kind of prank on me? Like, this game doesn't exist and I'm just getting like punked or something? Like, but then eventually it was my turn.
Yeah, they held out on you for a long time.
Yeah, Bellabog was like the last faction to be announced. Although, I mean, they haven't announced the Section 6 or whatever with like Sokaku in them, which is weird.
But we know nothing about them yet.
Yeah, super weird that that's not like a thing yet. Like, I don't know. I cannot
Just in case
predict.
anyone in chat thinks we understand any of this or know what's going on, they tell us nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. People have asked before, they're like, what's your, I'm sure you know about this character, and I'm like, I don't know anything more. I know less than you guys do because I'm not even through the story yet.
Right.
But, oh man, this puzzle thing, I'm trying not to, like, lock myself out of a reward by going the wrong way too early. But this is one of those things you just have to keep going and hope you get the right one. That was it. Okay.
Yeah, I'd co-sign that, Uncle Minty. We'd love to have have our names in there, but you know,
I wish the game would have
not
the
our
VA
choice.
listed. Yeah. No, it would be nice, especially because people were like, I think they said Honkai Star Rail does that, or maybe Genshin, one of the other games does, and I'm like, it just feels weird to have, like, a video game company be so inconsistent with what they do and don't put in their games for, like, knowledge purposes. But, I don't know. I'm sure there's some reason they do it. I don't know how well this game plays on a phone, to be honest. I mean, I'm a controller child, so it took me a long time to learn, like, how to play anything on a PC. But I do feel like it would be kind of hard to not have a joystick.
My friend plays on her phone, but she bought a controller because she said it makes the phone like molten in her hands. So now she just like props it up and plays with the controller, and she says it looks like she's playing on a Switch.
Yeah, my ex's dad bought like called like a backbone or something, and yeah, you just put your phone in and it like kind of works like that. So it's probably like that. Yeah, that makes sense. That I think I could do, but it's crazy that it gets so hot that it's not even like, oh, I'm using it as a controller. It's just like, it is too hot to touch. It's either that or like wear an oven mitt.
Yeah.
Great, the enemy is retreating.
Okay. Oh, they both just lead to the same spot? Okay. Yeah, I cannot wait to go to a convention of some kind. I think it'll be super fun. But
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm seeing some cosplays of Ben and Lycaon that are just stunning. I mean, I wish I was in shape to be able to walk around in something like that all day long, and I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the craftsmanship is incredible.
Yeah, no, I mean, all of the cosplay I've seen of this game has been like pretty on point.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me because these designs are also like complicated, you know. Yes, Dark Windy Yeti.
So fun.
We're doing chapter 3, I think. It's the start of it, but yeah, no, the little details are like what make characters interesting. Like even just looking at Billy here, like he's got this cool custom like leather jacket thing. I said on one of my earlier streams, like his little like headphone type things where his ears would be. I was like, if I could get a pair of headphones that look like that, that would be like amazing. He's got that little sheriff's badge, which is like a funny little detail. So I'm sure that's the like Starlight Knights or whatever. And then something that I was confused about, because I didn't realize the black part under his jacket is just like metal, like it's just his skin or whatever.
His naked robot flesh, yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, is that a tattoo or is that a sticker, or like how did they do that, you know? That just goes back into not knowing anything about Billy at all.
Yeah.
Like, how was he created? You know, what's his deal? All right, I'm gonna give it a minute on continuing the story because Red Yoshi has ads, and I don't want him to miss stuff. That's the funny thing. Like it, it sucks for Red Yoshi, but he is literally like the radiation canary of the channel. Whenever it's time for ads, he always gets absolutely slammed with ads for no reason.
Huh.
Like everybody else will be like, "Oh, I've got a minute of ads. I've got 2 minutes." He got like 15 ads once, and I
My
was
God.
like, "That's insane!" Like I did the recommended stuff from Twitch of like, here's what ads will be good for you, whatever, and uh, it said like smart ads or whatever, so it won't like trigger if you're at a high point in the stream. And I was like, the smart ads are giving Red Yoshi like a million ads every time for no reason. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Which
Smart ads I find are way, way less smart than the ads I grew up with. Like,
yeah.
for real, I like made a joke on Facebook about something looking like an Old Spice ad, and then for the next week, every ad on YouTube for me was the same Old Spice commercial, and it's like,
Yeah.
my dudes, do you honestly think showing it to me the 37th time will make me be like, I'm gonna reconsider my Old Spice buying habits? Like,
Yeah.
it's not smart advertising.
Well, and it's also one of those things like, you know, uh it's completely random too sometimes. Like in that case it's like, yeah, I saw, I can see how it ended up doing that. Sometimes my ads for YouTube will just suddenly be in Spanish, and I'm like, I don't speak Spanish really. Like I took it
Yeah.
in high school, but I don't know any of it. And like I don't really listen to a lot of like Spanish music, like, but every once in a while, all of a sudden my ads are all just for like, you know, these Spanish language things, and I'm like, I don't get what's happening.
Your phone was in spy mode and you said the word taco, and it's like, we're running with that.
Yeah. I said Spanish and they're like, "Oh, Spanish? That's what you want? Spanish only? You got it." Ads over. All right. Back to the story then. Same, but mainly cuz literally my last name is Bueno. That's that's like that's like a character last name.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean that's like how a lot of last names are. I mean, I got my last name Schrader is German, and when I looked it up and was like, what does Schrader mean in German? Literally, it means it was a job where my entire like the people with that last name would shred cloth for a living. Literally, like it's shredder basically.
Yeah.
Um, which is, I mean, Shredder is a cooler last name, especially if you're a Ninja Turtles fan. But
Oh, hell yeah. I think you ought to just like go with that.
just change my last name.
Henry Shredder, just be like, oh yeah, he's my dad. Don't talk about him.
I'd have to learn to skateboard too. Like, but yeah, no, it's just like it just made me think like how easy was it to have a job back in the day? Like your entire living could be made on just shredding cloth. Like we didn't make clothes, we didn't do anything with it. We just shredded it for other people, and that was like, yeah, that's your last name now because you're so good at that.
Was that, do you know if that was your family's name back in Germany? Because isn't that what they said that happened when a lot of people emigrated to the United States? Is that, they're at Ellis Island and they don't speak a lot of English, and someone's like, hey, what's your name and what do you do? And they'd be like, Henry Schroeder, and they're
Yeah,
like, okay, Mr. Schrader, welcome to America. Like,
yeah,
so many people name, that's why there's like Millers and Coopers all over the place around here, because it's
right.
just like that was your job.
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. My last name is basically the Indonesian language of admiral. That's cool. You could call yourself the admiral. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if they got their name changed as they came over. I've never heard anything about that. But like it checks out. Like having
Yeah.
talked to the DMV people, I could see some lazy government official just being like, okay, what's your name? And they say something with like 15 vowels in it, and they're like, yeah, your last name is now Smith, you know?
Oh, I hope the kneecaps they just replaced don't
As,
rust.
I feel like that happened to a lot of Polish people. Like, I
Yeah.
can't imagine being like, oh, we're gonna try and like, you know, keep that going, and it's like a name that has like 15 consonants in it, you know.
I hope you didn't
Yeah.
get cheap ingredients, Billy.
But
That's why I stay away from budget restaurants
there,
and save my
I mean, there does seem to be a large amount of Polish names that like manage to stay over intact, you know. I don't
That's
know.
true. And I do not know enough about history to guess why. But that seems like an internet meme, right? Like your name in a new country is like their language's version of your job.
Yeah.
Like whatever the French for voice actor is, like that's who you are in France now.
Yo,
Uh-oh.
stream
Getting a raid.
raid. Yeah, thank you, Miss Val Kitty. I appreciate it.
Welcome, welcome, Raiders.
Yes.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yes, Von Lycan's VA is here. Nicholas Thurkettle is here.
Hello, chat.
Had to stop by. Well, I appreciate it. Oh, and we met our follower goal just now.
Hey.
Smitzelplix, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Wow, there are a lot of you. Welcome. Meow, meow, indeed. Okay, so I didn't really have any good ideas for the follower goal, so the follower goal this time was just whatever the most requested impression is, I will try to do it. So yeah, I guess throw out some suggestions in the chat, and if it seems like there's one that everybody is like really into, then I'll go for it. But yes, thank you so much for the raid, Miss Valkyrie. I appreciate it. It's a good time for it to happen since Nick is here as well. Billy, Kronk, two opposite sides of the spectrum on that one. All right.
It's time for another poll.
Yeah, there's some good suggestions. Kronk would be funny. Okay. All right. So 2 for Kronk then. 3 for Kronk. All right. It's looking like it's gonna be Kronk then. All right. What's a good line of his? I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Is it the oh yeah, it's all coming together?
Lucent Zero, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, it's all coming together. Something like that.
Nice.
Or
10 out of 10.
What was that? He's like, oh yeah, the poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Something like that. Yes. So, all right. Well, thank you all for the raid, the follows, the suggestion. Maybe
276.
Maybe
you owe us another impression.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the other impression people suggested was Billy. I can try for that. It's a good Billy line. He's got a lot of good ones.
Did he say in the promo when he says good morning to his guns? Good morning, ladies, or whatever it is?
Yeah, something like that. I watched that like the first time when it came out. I don't remember. I'm trying to think of things that aren't just his battle lines, because I don't want to like scream right now.
Yeah.
Because
What are his select screen lines? I'm not even aware because I don't play the game.
Good morning, ladies. Rise and grind.
Ooh, good line.
Yeah. I can't think of the inflection on it, but all right, so Billy's like, I got 2 guns for more accuracy. Yeah, that's the one I do know what that one sounds like, because he says that when you pick him. So, it's like, I got 2 guns for more accuracy. Something like that. That one's not as good of an impression, but yeah, I mean Patrick Warburton's one of those guys that everybody like,
Yeah, absolutely
practices.
iconic. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's like always he's like the gateway drug for voice acting.
It is the millennial Christopher Walken impression.
Yeah, you're just middle schoolers going like, "Oh, isn't he so funny with hey, Peter?" You know, that like just do it over and over at lunch. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe the next follower goal is just going to be an entire stream as Patrick Warburton. His son is on Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, I've seen that his son is also like a voice actor in a bunch of stuff, which is cool.
Very cool. Didn't know that.
Yeah, his name is Talon, I think, which is like an awesome name. Talon
Hell yeah.
Warburton. Billy's the Deadpool of
That's
this
like a
game.
Game of Thrones name.
Floofy Fluff, thank you for following. Appreciate it. The line is, I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy. Well, I fucked it up. Billy's the Deadpool of this game. He really is. Down to the color scheme. Alright, so that's... I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy. So there you go. That's the correct version. Yeah, no, I would like to meet his son and just see if they sound alike. You know? Like, is it, like, genetic, his voice?
That like one day just puberty hit and he was like,
Yeah.
I got homework.
Yeah, he just... Hey, did you get your homework done last night? He's like, yeah, Dad, I did it. It's like, oh, what happened? You know, I can't do when Patrick Warburton gets his screamy voice on, but
Yeah.
is this chapter 3?
You said you were going to McDonald's, but I looked at your Instagram. You weren't at McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's super weird too, because I knew him first from Seinfeld, because my parents watched a lot of Seinfeld. So like when he started,
Going to yes.
yeah, when he started like popping up in other stuff, I was like, I know this guy. But yeah, every once in a while he shows up. Yeah, this is chapter 3, or approaching it. I don't know if this is technically still like the intermission or whatever, but we'll continue the game and continue the chatter. But
Same! I got goosebumps as soon as we got here. And I keep feeling something slithering around down by our feet.
Billy's a very fun character. He is so far from like my typical characters that I play.
Yeah.
It's a lot more bombastic than I am. If you couldn't tell by the way I talk.
I'm with you. I had to do the English dub of a Malaysian animated film, and I was playing this like boyish hero, and so there were just like lots of lines like, "Guys, we got to get to the castle," and then in between I'd just be like, "God, that voice."
Yeah. No, that was my the NPC I played in another quest in this game that we did like just last stream or whatever. It's Nicholas. Yes, it is.
Yo, David.
Yes, welcome. He's here, and he's talking shop. But yeah, no, when I was going to do it, he went, all right, so Michael, when he was directing me, he was like, all right, so this character is like a cop, so you know he's gonna be this, you know, this kind of like maybe probably around your normal voice, but a little grizzled, maybe like that kind of thing. And then Yao gave us a picture of what he looked like, and he was like a little anime boy, and he was like, oh, Okay, just go for like generic anime hero voice then. So, yeah, I went from like maybe this kind of voice, like just a little extra gravel, to like, yeah, we can do it. And it's like, it absolutely.
Welcome, welcome.
Oh my god.
Enjoy your
Another raid.
Another raid.
Tenor Voce. What's
this
happening?
this is crazy. Thank you,
welcome.
Tenor Voce, for the raid and the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. This is a lot of raiding, a lot of piracy going on right now.
Welcome to the club.
Is that Machery? Machery? Welcome.
Cherry.
Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Sorry if I butchered your name.
David, is that a reference to my man McLeod Andrews?
Yeah. You can call me
McLeod
Matcha
is,
or Cherry, something. I'll call you Matcha. I know that.
Ha. Man, I don't know if I'm part of McLeod's crew. I haven't hung out with that guy in a while. I miss him, but you know, he's got kids.
It's interesting that you pronounce that like, you said like McLeod?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I would have been like MacLeod. The only McLeod I know is like Fox McLeod, which is, you know, but, and yeah, this is like, this town ain't big enough for the two of us. Raiding parties.
Alright, so next follower goal, you've got to do a barrel roll then.
Do a barrel roll. Yeah.
You're becoming more like your father.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to think of another follower goal. That is honestly one of the hardest parts of this, is just trying to think about like, what can I do that people would actually want to see as a goal. How's it going, Henry? I hope you're doing well. I was also playing ZZZ. Love both you guys' performance as the Thyron boys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're in a very lucky position to be these cool, kind of animal guys.
I like the name Thyron Boys. I feel like we would drop like a new wave album that would be absolutely fire.
Yeah. Thyron Boys. Thyron Boys seems like it would be like a fire barbecue place. Or, you know. What about Kevin MacLeod spelled, or MacLeod spelled differently but sounds the same, royalty-free music dude? I have used that guy's music before. He does some good stuff.
So have I. Yeah.
V Straken, or V Straken, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Von Lycaon is literally the best thing ever. I agree. He's
cosign.
He's rad, you know. Ben and Vaughn making music would be interesting. It would be. I feel like they would either get along very well or not at all. Like, creatively, it seems like it would all be like smooth as butter, or it would just be like, we don't, we have different ideas on what we like. Don't forget the Highlander. He's also a MacLeod. God,
True.
How could I forget the Highlander? I mean,
oh man, you want to talk about voices like the original Highlander?
Yeah.
The accents in that are so bananas.
Yeah.
Because you've got a French actor doing a Scottish accent, and then a Scottish actor pretending to be Egyptian. It's the best.
And that's the craziest thing. There's like, all right, this guy's Scottish. Who should we get to play him? I don't know, somebody. Who should we get to play this Egyptian guy? How about this Scottish guy that I know? And it's not even like, all right, do the best Egyptian accent you have. They're just like, we'll say you're Egyptian, but you could just keep being Scottish, you know? Side note, don't know if anybody caught that. I just absolutely smashed my funny bone. Hasn't happened in a while. So, that's fun. Still want to know the Spanish lyrics of Lycan's theme. Yeah, his theme was super cool.
Oh, God.
I love some Spanish guitar.
That thing was fantastic.
Hi, Henry. Hi, chat. And we have a special guest. We do. Hello, Turby. Yeah, we got the premier wolf voice actor here.
Oh man, if I could get typecast as other wolves, that sounds so employed. I love it.
You would have a burgeoning career in the erotic novels market for sure. There are just a billion of those that are werewolf themed. I think after
Low-key, though, and the internet hasn't discovered this yet, but I have narrated some romance novels.
Yeah.
That's just for you in chat to know. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I mean, this is gonna be the top news on Twitter tomorrow. They'll be like, what? Where can I find them? Yeah, I mean, I think it's harder to find someone in voiceover who hasn't done a romance novel of some kind. It's like they just
audiobooks are great training. You know, it's like it's really long sessions. You're just talking forever, and so you kind of get all the BS out of your voice and just kind of find your natural cadence. It's just good for building endurance and building comfort.
It's also good for like testing new voices, like discovering what you can do, because when you're playing every character and you've got to make them sound different, you know.
And sometimes they want character voice, and sometimes they just kind of want like emotional tone, but sticking your narrator voice.
Yeah. Ooh, cutscene.
We did it. Anby, what you felt. That was the ethereals, right?
Uh-oh. This dialogue's really familiar to me.
So, manager,
Huh. I wonder why. It's interesting for someone who has not played the game.
Yeah. I don't know where I would have seen this before.
Yowzers. Man.
Who's there?
I hear dress shoes.
You are all very skilled. It's no wonder you are able to walk around the building unhindered. But please, stop there.
There he is.
The ballet twins are private property.
That was a one take, by the way, Henry.
Visitors.
I believe it. Sounds pretty nice.
Before I decide whether or not.
That was one of the few that had to be synced up to the animation, and the first time I did it, and I just sat there and I'm like, we're doing it again, right? And no one was saying anything, and they were like, moving on. I'm like, hey, sure you don't want another one?
Yeah.
I'm sure I have stressed. Both the floors and one's weapon should be kept in pristine condition, have I not?
Sorry, Mr. Lycaon. I'm really sorry.
Shout out Chloe Eves.
Ellen,
Yeah.
stay on task. Professionalism.
We'll be streaming with her, or with them, Wednesday.
Corin? Is that you?
That should be fun.
Oh, Miss Nikamata. And the investigator.
Corin, do you know them?
Yes, Mr. Lycaon.
Ghost Levi, good question. The answer is unfortunately it just depends. Some authors and publishers really want you to just have a narrator voice and give a little emotional color when doing dialogue. Others straight up want you to do like a distinct voice for every character. So it can go either way depending on the project.
If you aren't mere trespassers, that makes things easier. Allow me to introduce ourselves.
Feels like
Victoria Housekeeping.
feels like you are like the only one taking it seriously. All the other characters are like, whatever, who cares? And you're like, guys, can you please please focus. Try to look professional?
First impressions matter.
Yeah. Very fun though. That's
I love this crew. I genuinely I've done projects where it's like once it was done, I was just like, I never want to hear about this again. I never want to see you all again. But like Victoria Housekeeping, God, I love them.
Yeah, no, I feel very lucky to be part of just an incredible cast across the board. Like it's really rare to have a project where it's like everybody feels like perfect, you know? Which is funny. Like, I feel weird saying that because I am part of that group, and I don't like sit there going like, yeah, I'm perfect in this role. But
Oh man, before I even knew who you are, I would hear Ben. I was like, yeah, perfect. Well done, casting.
I was like, I was so worried in my first session because I didn't, I wasn't doing exactly what they were looking for at the start because, you know, Ben, he has this grumbly tone, you know, and when I was doing it, when I did the audition, I did it a lot more like friendly, I guess I would say. That just kind of like, oh, hello there, you know, no like lower tone to it, I guess, or no like gravel tone. So then after a couple lines, they were like, yeah, can you do it like you did in the audition? And I was like, I thought I was, so what do you mean? And they specifically were like, we liked it when you did this line, and it was one of the screaming, like, you know, combat lines. So I was like, I don't know if I can do that without screaming, because that just happens when I scream, you know? So I ended up, you know, I mean, Michael gave me like a million insanely helpful tips that like pretty much allowed me to do the character.
Yeah.
And so then it was fairly smooth sailing after that. But like, we had some tech issues, and like, so we didn't even get started until like 30 minutes in. So I was already like, oh God. Oh man, what am I going to do?
I know it.
But
I know it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they
No,
were.
my audition, I think, when I auditioned for Lycaon, the voice was a little bit more grandiose. There was a little more flourish to it. It was a very theatrical, like, how may we assist you? That sort of, you know,
right.
very big. And
like half British.
Yeah, we found that better reserve and that like much more chill kind of baseline once we got it and started doing it. Kirby, good question. Maybe it's just because I've had more chance to get to know Chloe IRL, but yeah, I love Corin and must protect her at all costs. But she's trying her best.
Yeah, I mean Corin's really fun too, just because like she's pretty much the exact opposite of what you would expect as the like, you know, maid butler kind of refined faction. Yeah. Like where, you know, Lycan especially is very like, yes, we will do this for you. You know, Corinne is like, ah, geez, I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. And it's like a pretty funny kind of dichotomy there, especially because like she's designed like Frankenstein-y, so you'd expect this big like, you know, brutal monster kind of dumb, but then she's just this little girl who's like clumsy and terrified,
and yet is trusted with the most terrifying weapon in the whole faction.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's crazy to give the clumsiest person a buzzsaw on a stick, like. But yeah, I had to bring Lycan home with the 300 and buy his Wenjin, but got his C1 on the weekend of my birthday. Nice.
Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah. I don't know when your birthday happened, but if it was this weekend, happy birthday. Whenever it was, happy birthday. Chloe's such a gem to talk to. Yeah, they're awesome. Excited to play that chained together game with them and those two other streamers.
Yeah. I gotta wind up, but I wanted to see if the chat had any other questions before I log off.
Yep, everybody, this is your last chance. If you got any questions for the voice of Von Lycan, Mr. Nicholas Thurkettle, he's about to be gone, so this is the time. see Chloe and others' chats here and there, and they seem so nice. They are nice. They're incredible. It was last weekend
Yeah.
on the 4th. Well, happy weekend
Hey.
birthday of the 4th.
As
Okay.
Val Kitty,
Very
was it
good.
hard to get into character for him? I would say that like voice acting in general is hard. This one in particular, I don't know. There was something very easy about finding it, um, and it hasn't been difficult to dial in. And part of it is the design. I just don't know. As the first time I saw art of Lycaon, it was just like, yeah, I think I know how this guy sounds. And now that he sounds like me in English, I don't know. I feel very secure about that. It's just, yeah, it's rare. There are definitely characters that I've struggled, and sometimes, and I know you know Henry. It's like sometimes they don't give you any time, they don't give you any material.
Yeah.
I did 14 NPCs in Black Desert Online in a single 1 hour session, and so
Jeez.
you don't get to come up with anything there. They just give you a spreadsheet of lines, and you're just like, okay, villager number 623. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
No, you don't even
Uh,
usually get to see art or like how old is this character? They're like, I don't know, just do it.
Yeah, yeah. You just go and usually it's good enough. They're on the clock, so they'll let you move on.
Yeah.
Turby, first reaction when I saw the character design for the first time, was literally just like, wow, cool. I don't know. It was just it just felt how do you say this? Like you see some character designs and you're like, oh, okay, maybe if they refine it, maybe if they hone it, but this felt very just like yeah, this guy is fully realized. Like the personality, like the attitude was so there, like the badassness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it just felt really good. But you know, I know I've told this story already before on another stream, but I completely forgot about the audition after I did it. I recorded it in my bedroom closet and sent it away and didn't think about it because as an actor you can't sit around waiting, like you can't be anxious about did I get it or not. You just gotta fire and forget. So months later when they were like, hey, you're gonna play Von Lycon, and I was like, which one was that?
Yeah.
I had to like Google and I'm like, oh yeah, the wolf.
I
Okay,
mean,
cool,
at
good
least you
job.
had Von Lycan to go off of. They said, hey, you're the voice of Ben, and I had 4 other auditions that said Ben Henry Schrader. So I was like, oh man, I don't know. These are all such different voices. I don't even know what this is.
C Blanco, am I a good dancer? I am not by any standard a good dancer. I actually treated myself. There's a dance studio not far from my office, and they were doing a special of like 10 dance lessons for like $100, like group classes. And so I treated myself to that just to try. And I've done 3 of them so far, and I've been so bad at it. And I don't know, maybe if it's just like the teaching method doesn't work for me, but I have not been able to coordinate myself. I was a very coordinated marching band guy back in high school, but dance expressiveness, no. No, I am very silly.
Well, I think a lot of it also just comes down to like, I mean, there's such different styles of dancing. Like, somebody who's good at, Olympic news breakdancing is probably not going to be as good at like ballroom dancing and vice versa.
Yeah.
So like, but I also feel like it just has to do with like, I don't know, if you feel the rhythm naturally, then it's easier to do it. I don't have that at all. Like, I every time I've tried to dance to any kind of music, it always just ends up like, white people dancing gifs. Where I'm like, I know I'm on beat, but I don't think I'm making any cool moves.
Yeah. I've done a couple of musicals on stage, and I've been in just plays that had a couple of dance scenes in them, and so you have to be able to learn a few steps and remember a basic sequence. But thankfully, it's never been anything too elaborate. Just like they give you kind of 8 steps to do, and you repeat as necessary. So when I'm on stage and I've got to do something like that, I can. But yeah, I'm not hoping anyone is like putting a spotlight on me.
Turby, that is a crazy question. Fight 100 bear-sized bees or one. Wait, what? One bear bee-sized or 100 bees bear-sized? Yeah,
I
that's
feel like
fucking
in that
crazy.
formulation, I'm gonna take the tiny bear. I think I can
Yeah,
win.
Dude, you could step on
Yeah.
the bear. It can't fly.
Yeah.
Like, that would be so much easier. 100 bear-sized bees? That would be, like, one of them stings you and you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
You pull,
Uh,
you,
th-
you put a bear or a stinger on a bear-sized bee, like, that's like a pike.
Thank you, Ms. Valkyrie and Macheri and Turby and Tenor. Like, I mean, thank you for the flowers. It's always appreciated. Just that this character means something to people, that I get to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's a very special project to be a part of. Uh, it's it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna roll out. But thank you for having me on, Henry. And I won't hold up your play anymore. Now you can actually get into the chapter. But it sure seems like my voice is still gonna be here after I go.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to finally like getting to hear more of your performance because you know they're also segmented by chapter. I like have not heard anything other than like in the beta I got to play your character for a bit. So yeah, very excited to hear more. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. It was awesome, and
Yeah.
you know I'm doing this every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday at the same time. So if you're ever like, I want to be on a stream for no reason, well, I'm always around. So I'd be happy to have
Yeah.
you.
Maybe you'll catch me again. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, chat. You're beautiful. Have a wonderful night or day or whatever it is, wherever you're at. Be well.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for the awesome questions and the love for Nick and all the raids and everything. That was awesome. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to disconnect from the call now. So, bye, Nick. Have a good one. Okay. I think he had already logged off by the time I said goodbye, but that's fine. I feel like he probably heard it. Henry, did you say you got Lycaon? I have not. I've not yet. I've not been lucky to, but I did get. The voice actor of him, so that's better in my opinion. I saw a question earlier. Didn't want to miss. GQRX. So like Nick said, he's done some other stuff like Black Desert Online. I've done a lot of indie games. You can find a lot of them on my IMDb, and the other stuff that isn't on IMDb is on my my personal website. So, yeah, I do a lot of video games. Definitely tune in for the Chain Together Mayhem. It should be interesting. I've never played it before, and playing it with one person I sort of know. Well, I guess I'll say two people I sort of know, or at least have talked to. One person I've never met, and none of us have played it. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. We were setting up some stuff for it earlier, actually. Just so you guys, stuff so you can see who's talking and all that. Back to our regular schedule. How was your weekend? It was pretty good. I did a lot of drinking. Lot of drinking. It was my older brother's wedding celebration. So, yeah, it was a lot. I've seen Nekomata's VA play it a few times. Yeah, it's very popular for the streaming because of all the rage, Congrats to him. Yeah, I mean, whatever. No, it's nice. It's good for him. All right.
I feel like we're being looked down on, but I can't think of a comeback.
Well, at least you get to enjoy your weekend before Monday rolls around. Yeah. No, it was a fun weekend. Yeah, I was surprised that I wasn't absolutely hungover afterwards, because oh man. But yeah, congrats to him. Enough about him, okay? He's the older brother. He's gotten plenty in his life. This is my stream. But no, thank you. That's very, very nice. I will let him know that people online were happy for him. And gotta change the stream back. Make me do 5 push-ups? You son of a bitch. Every time, Turby. Okay, 5 push-ups. Yes. Goodbye, Tenor. Thank you so much for the raid. And for being here. It was very fun. And I hopefully will see you again when I'm not doing these fucking push-ups. Alright, there you go. You bastard. I'm on like the Turby fitness schedule. It's like, alright, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're doing push-ups. Might start climbing on Tuesdays if I'm gonna have to do push-ups on Wednesdays. Okay. Gotta finish this Hollow Zero. I feel you. I haven't done a ton of the Hollow Zero stuff. I've done what I need to get, like, the rewards, but it's hard because I keep getting these timed events, like with Anby, where it was like, watch the video with her, and I was like, well, I can't do the thing because it might skip that event, so I've progressed very little from last stream as far as side quests go. The Vulcan is having breakfast. Don't worry, I will keep the stream. You having a burger for breakfast?
Everyone, please allow me to apologize on behalf of my companions. I am the head of Victoria Housekeeping, von Lycaon. We have been employed by the owners of the Ballet Twins to provide maintenance services here today.
Very nice. Nick's got that silky smooth, buttery voice.
The owners? But I heard the Ballet brothers who built them went bankrupt ages ago.
You are correct. The Ballet Twins are indeed in a long-term state of foreclosure. The Lemnian Hollow's activity has waned as of late.
Lemnian Hollow.
The city administration is interested in eliminating this sub-hollow here.
The Lemony Snicket Hollow.
Expects the building to appreciate in value, which is why he put down a deposit.
Alright, so I saw, I think it was Val Kitty. I think Miss Val Kitty said people do a raffle for stream for follower rewards sometimes. I could potentially do that. I don't know how to set that up, but it would probably not be that hard. What kind of stuff do you raffle? Is it like a free sub or like, I don't know, games? Let us know if you're going for coffee or tea. Done all the side quests there is, so I just hop on for the easy dailies. This has been a really nice stream to listen to while on the road. Oh, nice. Glad to hear you're enjoying it. Glad to hear I haven't caused you to crash yet. A sub, print, anything. Okay. I'll think of Stuff I could do.
Investing in buildings inside a hollow. Is that how rich people think? Well, whatever they're thinking. Thanks to that guy, we got to see Corn again.
Miss Nekomata, investigator. I'm glad to see you again, too.
Or even as easy as voice lines, or if you hate yourself a lot, 10 push-ups in that 1% chance. I'm not adding any more push-ups as a possibility to the stream until they get easier. Until I'm like, okay, now I could actually do, 25 push-ups and it's not so bad.
But what are you doing here? This is the Master's property. The association shouldn't have any missions here.
It's been pleasant to listen to this stream while doing the pre-download. Glad to hear it. I think that's one of the strengths of how absolutely, just mellow I sound most of the time, is you're not going to have a lot of big spikes of, energy. Oh yeah, did you pre-download it yet? I did. I saw there was a download earlier, so I just started downloading it before the stream because I was like, I don't know if this is going to mess with it or not, but
well, you see...
Feels weird, doing a pre-download when I'm nowhere near the end of the content anyway.
Corin, the answer's obvious, isn't it?
This is the first I've heard of Ellen.
But forget that for now. Do you have anything I can use to kill time? My phone died.
Not the voice I expected. It's a good voice, for sure, it fits. But I would have expected her to be more of that, what a drag, kind of character. I love Giselle's performance for Ellen Jo. Yeah, I mean, it's very unique, for sure. I think it's a lot more boring to have characters where you look at them and you're like, I know exactly how that person's gonna sound, because I've seen that trope in, 50 other things,
I don't think I have. Wait, Ellen, you said the answer is obvious. You mean...
Chloe, obviously also doing an incredible job here.
She means that our guests aren't really investigators.
Rena and Lycaon are the only two that seem refined by the way they talk.
Not investigators?
That is a crazy pitch. That was so high. I can't. There's no way I could hit anywhere close to that.
I'm guessing other than Corin, they've all figured out something is up.
There is no need to be so wary. Victoria Housekeeping is duty-bound to only our employers. We have no interest in unauthorized personnel within the Hollows. And not to mention, you help Corin.
There's a lot of eye patches in this game. Or just missing eyes in general. I don't know if Vaughn has an eye under there or not. I like the kind of double-breasted suit thing that he's got, though. I got a double-breasted linen suit that's you can use for the summer and hotter occasions. And I gotta say, I dig the look of a nice 4-button suit. The way I gasped when I found out Crystal was Rena, I was so happy for her. Yeah, it's always cool. I didn't know, obviously who anyone was until they revealed them. But Chloe and I first interacted years ago. There was a game that we were both going to do voices for that ended up fizzling out like a lot of indie projects do. But, we talked during that project and we were friendly, So then when it was hey, voice of Corin is Chloe Eves, I was like, oh shit, I know them. That's awesome, So that's one of the coolest parts about this industry is being in a project with somebody and then later, finding out like, oh, we're in it together. That's so cool. You know? Linen suit, how stylish. I like it. Yeah, it's a nice kind of light gray. Yeah, I got pictures of me wearing it on my website. My older brother, he does like video production. He makes a lot of stuff for like ads and companies like that. So he had all this really cool equipment, and he took a bunch of pictures for me in that suit, and then I have a 2-button white, like regular suit that I wore for it. I recall having to stop a friend of mine from baking himself alive by wearing a heavy suit in summer. Loaned him one of my linen ones since we were in a rush. Yeah. It would be like wearing a wool suit in the middle of summer. Yeah, I'd been a friend of Crystal for a while now, so when I got her as my first S rank in the announcement, I just ran to her. Yeah, that's nice. It's very cool to get to do stuff like that. Also, it didn't cross my mind until you mentioned it, but I suppose there are a rather decent number of missing eyes in this game. Yeah, it's like kind of a lot for how many characters there are. Which, I don't know. Maybe there's an explanation. But real life explanation. Ethical hacking is a computer hacking that is done for good purposes. What? I think I missed something. She was on my stream when I pulled for her. Hell yeah. When people remember that Lycaon is technically handicapped because he doesn't have both of his legs or an eye. Yeah, I'm also... It's interesting because, like, he could have legs. Maybe he's just wearing these boots. The same way that, like, Nekomata doesn't have actual cat feet. They're just, like, weird boots that she's wearing over her regular legs. But it seems like Lycans are, yeah, like prosthetics.
Moving forward, if you are willing to be truthful with us,
with jet engines in them.
To assist.
Well, keeping up the pretense was a real headache anyway. I'm actually a proxy.
How was it a headache? We didn't even, like, do anything. The first sign that there was somebody else, they were like, time to just drop it immediately. I'd say him having those prosthetics make him a decently more adept than the average leg. The eye, though. Yeah, it's hard to overcome depth perception, but I do like Von Lycan a lot because, like, Sanji from One Piece is my favorite crew member of that show, and it's pretty much all down to the fact that he looks fucking cool in his suits, and he uses only kicks to attack. I think that's, like, super cool. So when I saw Von Lycan, I was like, yo, this is just like Wolf Sanji. But, like, if he, you know, respected women. That's the one thing about Sanji I don't like, is it's a bummer they turned his character from, like, I'll never hit a woman because I'm valiant and noble, to, like, I'm gonna perv on you in the bath and, like, you know, do all this creep shit. It's a lot harder to like him after that, but I think Lycan's legs are prosthetic because he knows how to do a lot, and some of those skills seem military/infiltration based. Yeah, and I mean, Victoria Housekeeping has the whole, like, horror movie vibe going, so it's possible he was, like, literally experimented on or something.
Well, I didn't expect you to be the legendary proxy Phaethon.
If you do his trust thingy, he says they are. Well, that makes it easier for sure. I want to know more of his story. Yeah, I want to know more about literally every character in this game. But we'll see if we get it. I mean, I've never played another gacha, but I do feel like, you know, we're not going to get as much info as we want because they always just move on. I feel quite desynchronized because this is essentially my introduction to a significant amount of anime/Asian media. Who's Sanji? Yeah, he's a One Piece character. He's part of the crew of the main guy, Luffy. He's the chef for the ship, and so his whole thing is like he doesn't want to like hurt his hands by attacking, uh, because a chef needs to be able to use his hands. Um, so yeah, he attacks only with his legs, which is very cool. Uh, haven't finished Lycan's agent story yet. He's even more old school than his chapter shows. He seems like it. I know Nick is pretty old school, so that makes sense. Is that a game or show? Dude, you've never heard of One Piece? That's crazy. Like, I mean, if there's like one anime that I would think most people in the world have heard of, well, first it would be Pokemon, but then it would probably be One Piece. Like that's almost impressive that you've like avoided anything from it. Cuz even there's the Netflix show now too, you know. I know Pokemon, Digimon and Dragon Ball. That's fair. I mean, those were the big ones back in the day. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, or Dragon Ball. I wouldn't think... I mean, Bleach is a weird one because it was big, but it was never as big as those other ones. Like, I saw a thing once, it was like, you know, they called Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball, like, the big three, or One Piece, the big three, and it was like, Bleach actually didn't sell as much as Naruto or One Piece. But Bleach was around the same time and it was like pretty popular, so I don't know. I always liked Bleach the most out of all of those. So, but that's me, you know. I never really got into Netflix and many streaming websites. So many references from those are missed by me. I can't tell if you're like young or super old. I really wasn't kidding when I said this game is one of my main entrances into Asian media. Yeah, I mean, I believe you. For sure. The big three, because those were quoted to be the biggest sellers. Yeah, I mean, it was like One Piece, then Naruto, then Bleach, but it was like, you know, Naruto sells like 5 million books, and then Bleach sells like 1 million. So it's like they were the big three, but it was like, you know, the third one in the big three was not nearly as big. My nephew despises the new Naruto. Yeah. I mean, it's like Boruto is a terrible name anyway, but it also fucks up the entirety of Naruto as a name because his name in English is Bolt, not Boruto. So that means Naruto's name is either Nalt or Nart, or Boruto's name's not actually Bolt. Like, it's very weird. But yeah, not a big fan of Boruto. There's some concepts I've seen in it that I think are kind of neat, but a lot of it I'm like, this isn't. And even Naruto, but I don't know. Towards the end, I stopped wanting to read it, so I just ended up like, I got caught up on it eventually, but like, it was rough towards the end. So then when they were like, all right, the sequel series following his kid, I was like, dude, I'm not fucking doing this again. You guys already lost me on the last one. I'm not doing it again. I love Boruto's dad. Yeah, Naruto's son's dad. 3 minutes of ads again. Alrighty, playing the ad game again. Well, when you guys are ready, let me know. Oh my god, the ad scared me. Was it an ad for a horror movie, or was it just I dropped my phone and died in Hollow Zero? Damn. Revealing age online isn't exactly a good idea, but I suppose it should be enough to say that I'm not the freshest spring chicken. Yeah, I mean, don't feel like you have to, like, you know, say things if you don't want to. But, yeah, I got the sense that maybe you were a little older. But that's cool, you know? I prefer my stream skew older than, like,
Welcome to the club.
be 15-year-olds, you know? GQRX, thank you for following. Appreciate it. What better time to follow than an ad? Yeah, definitely. A Spanish ad? They heard you. They heard us talking about it. You got the Spanish ads now. This is all you get for the future. Yeah, no, I mean, I have nothing against younger people who want to watch too, but, like, I definitely appreciate the vibe and the relaxation and the kind of maturity that you guys have as a chat. Because, definitely I've been in some Twitch chats where I'm like, this is too many kids, you know? But we'll see, you know? The game on Wednesday is the type that I think would attract child viewers, so who knows? Maybe all of a sudden it'll be like, you know, you guys are at McDonald's and there's a ball pit in the corner. Have they gotten rid of all those play places? I know they got rid of a lot of them. I haven't seen one in a long time. I think they have. Fair enough. I mean, how many times can you clean vomit out of the ball pit before you're like, I don't want to ever do this again? Pretty much, I haven't seen one in forever either. Yeah. That was like, there's a show called Will and Grace that was... It was pretty progressive at the time. It was a show about two gay men openly in New York in like 2003 or 4. And there's a part where one of the women in the show goes into a ball pit to hide from somebody. And Megan Mullally is like her secretary. She's this socialite kind of, you know, woman. And she walks in and she's like, "Oh, honey, get out of there. You're swimming in a pit full of pink eye." I was like, yeah, that's pretty true. Don't remind me, I actually was in one where I stepped in vomit. Oh, man. I would just cut off that leg, I think. There's a BK near me that has it, but it's closed for repair and has been for years. That show had quite a few troubles along its run.
The master will be pleased with you.
Hey, Neurotic Cosmic, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Very cool of you, thank you. Does someone else want to be the ad boo for once? You know, it's a tough responsibility, but somebody's got to do it, Yoshi. And there's no one I would trust to do it more than you. You have the most experience, for sure, at this point. That show had quite a few troubles along its run. I didn't know that. I mean, I was literally a child when it was coming out, but I would watch it because my mom would watch it. And I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was funny, you know? What kind of troubles? Hi, Neurotic. Welcome in. You now have all the fun animated emotes for subscribing, so appreciate it. Glad to be of service. You are serving your country well. Or, if you're not in the US, you're serving my country well. The country of Schrader's Gaming Crater. Alright, let's continue, because I'm holding up the line.
Lycaon, have you seen anything? Any clues in the building?
Gee, I just saw the Ben Bigger emotes. Hell yeah, dude. Benry supremacy.
As much as we'd like to help you, The official carrot provided to us is outdated and is unable to give us an accurate picture of what's going on inside the building.
And I guess Von Lycan's supremacy, because he's pretty cool too. And Nick is a friend, so whatever. Broken logic, lurk. Hell yeah, dude. The emotes are applicable. Lurking, non-lurking, whatever you want to do. I should correct, I don't believe the cast or filming was the issue, more so just the state that was to be expected considering the time period and premise. Yeah, I mean, I know there was some controversy along the way, but I think that was kind of the point, you know? Because it was so, like... I mean, I remember being in middle school at that time, like, it was... You know... It was just a different time, and people would absolutely, like... just openly shit on gay people, so I'd imagine that show caught a lot of flack, but I think it was like genuinely very important for people to be able to see that kind of stuff on screen, you know? Because, like, I don't know, before that I can't even think of anything that I saw where there were like gay characters who weren't like the joke of the show, you know? I need to pull him. Honestly, I might need to use my 300 pull for Lycan because he's ice and I didn't pull Ellen. I mean, good luck either way. The pulls can be rough. Miss Valkyrie will be our #1 representative to the country of Lycan. That's right. For the trade agreement between our two nations.
Sorry to interrupt, but we've got a tricky situation right now.
Even with Ellen, I intend to try and pull Lycan due to how well they pair. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Heck, I gotta practice my speech now. Look, at least from the Benry side of things, we're not big on speeches, you know? We're pretty relaxed, so, you know, don't feel like you've gotta put yourself out on our account.
Nicole just called. She says she didn't realize until she got to the landing pad that all members of the Cunning Hares were registered to take the stand. The court requires Billy and the others to attend.
So,
Oh my god.
airship too? But what about helping the manager look for rain?
I apologize for eavesdropping, but I have a proposition. What if the proxy works with us?
Dude, Cunning Hares are so fucking stupid. Like, what do you mean you didn't realize you have to be in court? You're the one suing them.
The proxy is looking for someone, and our obsolete holodata is hindering our work.
So dumb.
I believe it would be to our mutual benefit to work together.
Not very cunning at all. Oh well, I just need Lycan for endgame content. All the ethereal enemies are weak to either ether and ice, and Zhuyuan can only go so far. I can agree with that. Yeah, I mean, some of the Hollow or the Shiyu defense stuff where it's like only ice or ether has been challenging with my team. Who's suing? So, as I understand it, because I barely remember, because there was so much stuff happening, when the Cunning Hares discovered that a construction company was just gonna, like, blow up 1 million people in a hollow, the Cunning Hares helped get them all out, and now they are representing those people and suing that company. So yeah, they are needed in court, which is like so crazy to not know.
Are you certain an outsider like me would be welcome in your master's building?
You needn't worry. Master has entrusted us with all building-related matters during its maintenance.
I'm interested. It's interesting, like, Von Lycan's hair is, like, black-tipped. You think he dyes it, or is that, like, natural? Because he doesn't seem to have black hair, like, on his arms or anything.
In any case, considering Phaethon's reputation, I'm certain our master would be pleased to make your acquaintance.
It's rather amusing because I actually only learned what a girl failure is a short while ago in a different stream. Watching people stream this game has rapidly developed my modern slang. I am not good at the modern slang. I'm already an old man in my soul. I've been 70 since I was like 4, you know?
For now, however, getting your friends out of the hollow seems to be the more pressing matter. We can head further into the building together after you finish your business.
I think it's he used to be a black wolf and went white, and that's the last of his original hair color. Maybe. Please no, you can't be old. I mean, physically I'm 28. In my soul, I might already be dead. You know? I don't know, just as a little kid, I never even had, like, you know, oh my god, I'm so excited to go to Disney. Like, it'd be like, oh, we're going to Disney. And I'm like, oh, that'll be fun, you know? You might be younger than me internally. Wise, you're back. How's it going? Are the rest of the cunning hares on their way to board the airship? They're moving faster than someone dodging the debt collector. Alright, but it sounds like they're cutting it close. The airship will pass by Ballet Twins on its way to the Supreme Court. Shame Billy and the rest of them can't board there. Nicole's really something else. We almost had to give up on the whole rain thing today. Lucky we bumped into somebody from Victoria Housekeeping. Oh, you noticed? I just had Ferry check. The prices at Victoria Housekeeping are insanely high. Joining them on this mission will let us see what kind of high-end service rich people get. They look really professional and really strong. Guess she didn't see the other parts with everyone who was not von Lycaon. Perfect, then you won't have to worry in the building, Wise. Really? But on a more serious note, if we maintain our relationship with them, we should be able to greatly expand our access to info. You should stop by the Ballet Twins and officially meet them before heading into the Hollow. Cool. Oh, okay. Master Proxy, this is Lycaon from Victoria Housekeeping. We were informed that you will be paying us a visit for Bangbu maintenance. Victoria Housekeeping will be waiting for you near the sunken courtyard on the other side of the Ballet Twins. Cool. You're not an excitable lad? Correct. Not at all. I was always a stay-at-home kid. Yeah, me too. I like to believe my humor and youth keep me young. Yeah, I mean, you're only as young as you feel, you know? I didn't even... Good lord, just realized I had a mental failure and typed a mess. I literally didn't even notice, but I'd rather just do my thing. I don't get excited unless it's something I really enjoy. Yeah. Like, anybody who tunes in for the Wednesday stream will probably see a very different side of me. Because there are definitely times playing games like Rocket League or something where I can get, like, super fired up. But it tends to be stuff like that or like Smash where it's, like, competitive, you know? But we'll see. Still having a soul in this economy? How even? I know it. I'm a trust fund baby, you know? I could afford to keep my soul, but they took the rest of the money as payment. My humor and soul keep me young. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I do think humor is, like, super important to feeling younger. Jesus, that was eerily close. I mean, von Lycaon is one of those characters that I like. I feel like I could have a decent shot at doing a character like that. I mean, it's basically just a toned-down version of when there's, like, an older, like, CEO character in, like, an audiobook. I'll do that kind of like, well, what's going on here? Sort of thing. So it's kind of just that, but pulled back a little bit. Glad you enjoyed it, though. I'm the overactor. I mean, the world needs people who overact. We can't all be like me. It would be a miserable experience. Looking forward to it, Benry. Me too. It should be fun. Also, I definitely thought this said pizza walkway at first, and I was like, dude, the pizza walkway? Hell yeah. Finally, something's going on. Von Lycaon reminds me of my older brother, actually. It's rather uncanny. That's cool. My older brother's not that suave. But we're both pretty tall, lanky people, so we look good in suits, so I guess that's something. Sorry, I'm exploring a little bit before we continue, just because I've never been here before. I gotta see if there is pizza in this walkway. There's all the horror goons. Definitely did. I really thought it was voiced and it was the text part. Well, I'm glad to hear I've got a decent impression. I wish I'd done it when he was here. See what he thinks. I've been tempted to show him the character, but considering my shock on being introduced to this game, I can't imagine how he'd handle it. Well, you never know. It's, maybe it would be his new favorite thing. Yeah, whenever I tell people, because when people hear I'm a voice actor, it's always like, oh, what are you in? What have you done? You know, that kind of thing. So whenever I show them, like, this is my, biggest character, they're always like, whoa, the bear? That's cool. So it might be something like that. Neurotic Cosmic, you're already subscribed, but thanks for following too. I appreciate it. Von Lycaon's voice is very even. His delivery is very measured and controlled, which is indicative of the actor doing the character justice. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's crazy to have that, like, that control over a voice where it sounds very confident and even and controlled without being monotone or flat, you know? Oh heck, got my Rizanabu in a single 10 pull, back to Sharkboo. Yeah. Maybe a raffle where one of the prizes is you doing an impression. Maybe. I mean, like I said, there's that whole, could do the whole stream like Patrick Warburton if I meet the goal. That's always an option. Oh lord, I don't know if that would be such a good idea. He'd either raise an eyebrow at my financial decisions at playing this game, or he would fall into my similar poor habit. I mean, maybe that can be like the new thing you guys do when you're hanging out. Play the game together, see who's spent too much money on it. Are you the proxy known as Faithin? Yep, that's me. Master Proxy, we at Victoria Housekeeping are honored to make your acquaintance. As a partner and esteemed guest of Victoria Housekeeping, we will make every effort to ensure your hollow journey is comfortable and safe. Thanks. Rena is currently accompanying your companion, Eus. It has come to my attention that Master Eus is feeling uncomfortable in this moist environment. Rena has kindly carried out a deep circuit massage to alleviate fatigue. You can massage them? My voice naturally gravels up. I can't do that smooth. I've been training to be a voice actor, so I'm a bit deeper into it than most, but haven't landed a gig yet. I mean, keep at it. It took me 10 years of working as a professional to get into this gig. So, and like, I've known people who take longer than that too. There's a lot of luck to it, but the biggest thing is just keep practicing, and eventually you'll get there for sure. Practice is the most important thing. That would paint an amusing picture. We'd blend in with our nephews playing on our phones in the living room. Yeah, just come in wearing like, a Pokemon shirt, hat backwards, all that kind of stuff. Skateboarding. I see Lycaon would be someone that raises an eyebrow if you didn't do your laundry properly. He would raise an eyebrow if you, didn't fold your... if you didn't make your bed so it has the like tight sheets where you bounce a quarter on it, you know? Like that old military thing. Perhaps if I convert some of my family, we can become the picturesque modern online family across 3 generations. In hindsight, perhaps that shouldn't be called picturesque. I think any way you can stay together with your family is good, you know? I very much appreciate the internet generation because, like, after high school, I would have just lost all my friends, you know? But now, because we all play games, even though we're all in different places, we can all still hang out, like, every day if we want, you know? Insert the hello, fellow kids meme. Yeah. Hello, fellow kids. If it's okay with you, could I convince you to stay and chat with her for a while? Sure, I'd also like to meet Corin. Oh, Corin will be over the moon when she finds out. Is there anything else you would like to know? I can't think of anything. Come find me at your convenience should you have the need. Will do. Say hello to the other 3. Alright. It's thanks to my mother that my older brother and I are even into video games. That's cool. That is rather true. The ease of maintaining relationships is, in its own way, an amazing thing to have. And we're glad to be the first generation that's fully online compared to our parents. Yeah, I mean, it's all like... I don't know. There's good and bad to everything in the world. The internet's no different, you know? Huh? Don't tell me you're Faithin. You'll be disappointed. I don't have a good Ellen Joe impression, I don't think. I expected to be working with someone gloomy. That's how you work. That's like everyone you work with. Anyway, I'm Ellen. Victoria Housekeeping Company is honored to be of service to you. Please, please... I've forgotten the rest, but you get the gist. Well, if you have any questions, you can speak to the boss or Rena. They should be able to help you. Huh? You need anything else? Let's continue our conversation. You want to talk? Ugh, fine. But today's job was decided last minute, so my energy levels are a little low. Is it alright if I have some candy first? That's a weird response. I think that's lovely. Sharing hobbies and interests with parents is always such a wholesome thing. Yeah. Because of her, he and I also followed into the IT field. She used to work with those big computers that took up an entire room and did the equations manually. I mean, Valkyrie, that's crazy. I would never be able to do that. I'm terrible at math. I couldn't calculate the way a computer does. Ah, now I remember. When you introduced yourself in the tower, I just thought that Bangbu looked a little different, but who knew it was possessed by a human? Now that makes it sound cool. You're pretty interesting, huh? Ellen, why are you working as a maid? What kind of question is that? Why can't I be a maid? 'Cause you seem like you hate it? Oh. Well, but looking unenthusiastic has nothing to do with being a maid, right? I suppose, I guess. If I'm always so full of energy, what will I do if I use up my energy at an important moment? What's with that look? Everything requires energy. That's common knowledge. You like sweets? It's only because they replenish my energy. Just a tiny one replenishes so much. Were you sleeping during biology? Even I know it's because of sugar. Basic nutrients, you know. Fine, I like it. It's all the same to me. Do you want one? Here. Don't forget to tell the boss that I served you well. You like... Did Ellen do a good job? Yeah, she gave me a Jolly Rancher. She's awesome. It's also funny, like, she's a shark and she's like, the candy gives me energy. Like, I think it would be like blood. Blood candy or something. I'm presuming you're the guide. It's nice to meet you. I'm Alexandrina Sebastian, but you can call me Rena. Wise, Rena called Eus Master Eus. That's right. Rena has never met a legendary Bangbu like Master Eus that can sync up with the guide and travel to and from the hollows. You're very knowledgeable and are in pretty good shape after all these years of service. I'm impressed. So she can, like, see into the souls of the Bangbu, I guess. Yes, I know. It's actually all thanks to Wise. Dear guide, I'm truly touched that you and your sister gave Eus such a warm home after it lost its master. And then, like, forced it into work. Well, the internet's... Oh. I wonder if Ellen is always low energy when she's not doing anything because she's a shark, like how they always have to move because their gills don't naturally force water through them. It's a pretty good theory. Well, the internet's something we learnt over the years, the goods and the bads. My parents now love coming to me because of my knowledge of the webs. Yep, I'm the tech support of my family as well, so I feel that. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I was just really moved by how much Master Eus cares about you two and couldn't help but share my feelings. I hope you don't mind. Seems like Rena has tricked me into saying something. Please don't worry, dear guide. Your companion Eus is a loyal friend. I think there's more to you than meets the eye, but Master Eus has never thought to reveal your secrets. And after talking with Eus, I'm convinced that Faithin is an excellent business partner. I look forward to working with you in the future. Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk to me about? Talk more! Please, after you. This is a weird thing to say. They're like, oh, what do you want to know? And I'm like, does your skirt ever get in the way? Maybe you should shorten it. About your work. As you can see, I'm a maid. It's an interesting profession that grants easy access to the behind-the-scenes view of glamorous lives. That's weird. Like, it's awesome. I get to spy on rich people. Young politicians in charge of important cases would use internal information to get rich and elevate their social position. After all, who better to confide in than a diligent housemaid who keeps her mouth shut, right? I guess. That was such a weird interaction. Thank you very much for your consideration. When I was learning about maid etiquette from my head mother, I was questioning this outfit, but I'm used to wearing it now. Also, it's great for storage. From my head mother? How many moms did she have? Was she in like her moms were like in a polycule or something? I'd say I'm decently adept when it comes to technology. We're in this together. Thanks, Grandpa. I mean, look, the old people of the world have to set the youngsters right, you know? The amount of gear Rena and Lycaon wear is a bit concerning. They weren't kidding when they said this game is going to be aimed at a slightly older demographic. Von Lycaon is, he is kind of wearing like a gimp suit, to be honest. Like, it's like if you took a gimp suit and then like cut a little bit out of it, you know? And then put a regular suit on top of it. Head mother likely refers to the one who is teaching her group in her academic institution. I guess it's just that's a very weird term. I've never heard somebody referred to as the head mother. I too have a lot of mommies. I bet, Turby. You spittin' game. Look at the red ribbons on Rena and tell me it's not suggestive. There's a little bit of a bondage thing going on. You know, horror, bondage, it's all the same. Don't mind if I do. Some memories resurface. It's an indescribable wave of deep-seated doubt, fear, regret, and despair that crushes your fragile nerves. Wait, what just happened? Logic suggests we shouldn't pry too deeply. Did she just feed me like a ghost dessert? There's no need to be so formal. I'll be here with Master Eus, so feel free to come find me anytime. It's so weird to be like... Oh, guess we're continuing. Master Eus looks to be in good shape. Looks like we can go to Ballet Twins as planned. I'm counting on you for the rest of our journey, Master Guide. It's so weird to be like, don't be so formal, and then they call you master. It's like the most formal you could get. Well, my mind simply went towards the Mother Superior in regards to nuns and head maid. Yeah, I mean, I grew up Catholic, so, like, I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know if that's the deal, you know? Or perhaps the dorm mother. Yeah, I don't know. She must have gone to some kind of weird, like, you know, maid camp, I guess. I see I returned in time for the culture talk. Hell yeah, Keyrom.
Master Proxy, it's great to finally meet you. Well, it's technically not the first time. It's great to meet you. Please,
Don't be nervous.
Sorry, Master Proxy. It's great to meet you again today. I was just practicing for this just now, but now look at me.
Sorry, I'm not actually an investigator.
No, Master Proxy, please don't say that. Now that I think about it, it was a misunderstanding on my part. You never said you were an investigator. I am a little curious, though. Why would someone as capable as you want to become a proxy?
It's a secret.
I'm sorry, I think I asked something I shouldn't have.
I didn't mean to make her upset. Rena gives the vibe of a character that puts her smile on as a mask to keep you from realizing she's plotting the demise of a sketchy billionaire CEO or something. Yeah, I mean, she seems like she would, you know, turn around in the chair and be like, actually, I own all of the companies in the world, or something. Corin is adorable, though. Girl needs some confidence. She could use a little bit, yeah. Some confidence, some, understanding that her buzzsaw will kill people pretty easily. Her earlier statement certainly insinuates that Victoria Housekeeping has an interest in obtaining the secrets of the powerful. Yeah, I mean, when you're like, why do you like your job? And it's like, because I get to know the secrets of all the powerful people in the world. It's like, well, that's... glad you like it.
Anyway, I don't know how to thank you for saving me before. It really is an honor to work with you now. Is it okay if I keep talking with you?
Dude, the coldest thing. Nah, I'll be back soon. And then you just fucking leave. That would be so fucked up.
So, what should we talk about?
Is your work interesting?
Is my work interesting? I haven't really thought about it before. I'm thankful for my job and hope to become a maid who can work independently, but I keep making mistakes at work. The last time I worked on a job, I got lost in a hollow, and this time I caused all this commotion when Mr. Lycaon was speaking.
Well, judging from the results, I'd say you helped a lot.
That was nothing. I didn't do much, but now that you mention it, I don't feel so bad about everything now. Miss Rena often says that we need to be proactive when thinking about problems. As a maid, we should wear a smile regardless of the problems we encounter.
I mean, Ellen doesn't. You don't. Lycan doesn't. None of them smile, really, except for maybe Rena. Why do you like your suspicious job? They pay me well. I have healthcare and 3 days off every week. Well, I suppose I'll be leaving this stream to the background again. Farewell. Alright, see ya, GQRX. Thank you for stopping by. It was a good time. Appreciate having you here. Exactly, you've got this.
Thank you, Master Proxy.
What teammate are you most compatible with?
Huh? That's a dangerous question. It's just like asking which parent would you save if they were both drowning, or would you send the tram left or right? I really couldn't tell you. Everyone at Victoria Housekeeping Company is very important to me.
Okay, which teammate are you least compatible with?
This question is scarier than the one you just asked. Do I have to give you an answer?
Stop messing with her. Alright, well now that I've riled you up and given you some trauma, I'll see you later.
I'm happy to have had this chance to talk with you, Master Proxy. look after me when we're in the hollow.
Okay. That was a harder voice than it would normally be because of my weekend of debauchery. I did a lot of screaming to be heard in the bars. If you guys didn't know, when you have a really low voice, you just fucking have to scream for people to hear you because it's a lot harder to hear a lower toned voice in a loud room. So, yeah. It's kind of glanced over, but I think canonically Corin and Ellen are stronger than Rena and Lycaon, but they're far more experienced. Ellen's lacking commitment, and Corin is lacking confidence. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I mean, I think they've shown Corin has super strength and her buzzsaw, so there's that. Leaving some traumas, then leave. That's our Benry ways. Yeah, you gotta give him something to remember you by, you know?
Hey, Wise. How's it going? Have you met up with Victoria Housekeeping yet?
We just met up.
Good timing. I just met up with them.
I'm a little jealous you got to chat with them. Okay, all jokes aside, we need to find Rain.
That was a
Hurry back
joke?
so we can get ready to enter the Hollow.
All jokes aside, let's go. Oh, the fast travel's not available because of the story. I'm just getting in the car and doing the fast travel thing anyway. Not entirely. There's more hints in this story, but I won't say till he reaches it. It's kind of implied as well with their specialties. Ellen and Corin are attack type, while Rena and Lycaon are support and stun respectively. That makes sense.
The others are so slow. If they mess up now,
Yo.
the media will sensationalize it.
Comic.
Ah, they're coming out! They're coming out! Ladies and gentlemen, moments ago, the defendant in this case, Charles Perlman, arrived at the helipad escorted by authorities.
It's crazy that the, jail uniform is just your normal clothes with a vest.
Shockingly, despite the crimes he's being charged with, Perlman shows no signs of being worried.
I sentence you to work at Home Depot.
Fools. A real surprise is yet to come.
I accept your request. I'll put the instructions in your suitcase for the day you board. Open it 2 hours after takeoff. Do what the instructions say, and someone will help you get out of New Eridu.
Hey, where's my suit for court? Did the suitcase come?
It's right here.
Good, bring it over.
What are you so smug about? It's about to hit the fan, Perlman.
Hit the fan? Young lady, you've no idea how horrible this city can get.
What if you, opened the suitcase and it was just Belle's suitcase? Or not Belle, Nicole's suitcase, and it just, shot him with a hollow and he died? As a Home Depot employee, fair. I mean, I've worked some jail sentence jobs. There's a lot of jobs I've had that I would have rather worked at Home Depot than done, but, can always be worse, for sure. That has nothing to do with it, though, the specialties, I mean. Can't we just punt him? I mean, physically, yes. In terms of legally, maybe not as much.
Just you wait. Whatever tricks you have up your sleeve, I'll make sure you get what's coming to you.
Hit him with the ho-ho-ho.
Great. You guys finally made it. I'm beat. You were running for so long. How come you look fine, Billy?
Because he's a fucking robot.
The respiratory module I swapped out a few days ago has an anaerobic mode installed. It boosts energy efficiency during workouts.
Wait, so he still has to breathe? Dude, what a bummer. Billy's the most unfortunate robot to ever exist. He still has to do all the same maintenance that a regular person has to do, just with metal and oil. True, I'm more so thinking about how they're... I think it's a cooler Yeah, I guess. The robot rules in this universe are weird. Yeah, like, I mean, I guess he's pretty much exactly like Janos from One Punch Man, where like they say he's an android, but he clearly is like entirely a robot, but like somehow has to do stuff that humans do sometimes, like
Oh no, I can't switch back to intake mode.
I told you not to use that cheap black market junk. Alright, cut it out. Does it really matter if Billy can't breathe? The airship is small anyway, and the air quality isn't great.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess to be fair, does it matter if he can't breathe?
What's wrong, Anby? Something bothering you?
Like, is it just a comfort thing? Or, like, can he just ignore it? Oh no, Billy's 100% robot, he's an AI. Yeah, but, like, then if... Who built a robot that has to breathe? That's, like, the worst idea.
I was just thinking. We left Faith into a group of strangers from a housekeeping company. Is that really okay?
She says that like they're an assassin company.
Nekomata knew one of them, right? And besides, the ballet twins belongs to their master, so the proxy shouldn't be in any danger.
That's not it. I'm concerned once the proxy works with another squad, they'll notice a significant difference in the quality of service and won't want to work with us again.
Damn. Anby just straight up like, look, we're pretty shit. If they work with a good company, we're gonna lose out.
Don't be silly, Anby. The cunning hares are first class, I'll have you know. Besides, we have a relationship with Faithen. Those guys, they're completely new. Nothing to worry about.
Cool blimp, though. Proxy, you there? Yeah, we made it. I'm in the airship right now. We're about to take off soon. Well, I want to apologize. Really sorry for earlier today. I agreed to go look for Rain with you, but ended up leaving it to someone else. Nicole, you're apologizing to me? No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I suddenly realized we've known each other for so long. Like, what? Maybe a week? Like nothing? There are worse ideas, like a robot that only feels panic and pain. Pretty much. You're about to get Clorox to death. Yeah, it's... Maybe his breathing is like how he cools his system in this universe. Since robots are pretty much people, they just translate that into, oh, he's just breathing. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's... I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird to me, but Nicole's trying to get on our good side. Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm really sorry. We've known each other for so long, and I owe you so much money. You're only going to court. No, not at all. Don't be ridiculous. Anyway, I've been really grateful to you all. I'll definitely repay you when we get back. I am definitely never getting any of that money back. And totally not because of Anby saying what she said earlier. Yeah, definitely. She's like, I mean, we are pretty shit though, so I gotta figure it out. By the way, have you seen the 1.2 characters for Sons of Caledon? I have. They look cool. I'm not particularly interested in pulling any of them, but they seem cool, you know? It's funny that one of them is named Caesar King, which is like your name just being, you know, two titles. Anby low-key telling Nicole to step up her game. Yeah, I feel the same way about the 1.2 characters. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a weird spot because I pulled the character that I needed the most, which was my character, so now I'm just kind of like, well, now what, you know? Wait for somebody else who comes by that looks pretty cool, I guess? I don't believe it. Nicole just thanked us in a DM she just sent. I also want to get, like, I don't know, maybe when I see them in action, I'll be more interested. Because, like, I want characters with unique weapons, like fun stuff, you know? And since I haven't seen any of their gameplay, maybe they'll look cool. But I'll have to wait and see what happens. All tank team, maybe. That would be like either the best strat or the worst strat. I like Bernice a lot. Which agent stories have you done so far? I have done Soldier 11s and Nekomatas. I have not done the others yet. I mean, that means it's easier for you to save. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I need a second stunner, so the Robocop girl's a must. Yeah, I mean, Chingy is interesting to me, at least because she has her, like, segmented staff. I always thought that was cool. Bear and Rat Girl. Yeah. It's like a late 90s Nickelodeon show. Bear and Rat Girl. I'm not so interested in pulling either member of Sons of Caledon yet. I'm in the same boat as Henry. Gotta see the gameplay first. Yeah. Ben, Seth, and Caesar. To be fair, I'm more interested in Seth rather than Chingy or Jane Doe. I'm enthusiastic for Caesar. Yeah, I mean, if I were going for another Sons of Caledon character, it would probably be Lucy, because I like the weird, like, pig bat mechanic. I think that's funny. I'm gonna go for the full set of the Sons of Caledon, including Lighter. I don't even know who Lighter is. But, I mean, if he's cool, I'll go for him. I thought all the factions were just gonna have, like, 4 people, though. So that's all 4. Wait, did someone call me? I mean, we didn't, but, you know, welcome back. You're welcome to be here, you know. Is Lighter that guy we saw around the streets? Yeah, you're right. That guy who's in the like leather jacket with the sunglasses. Ben already does lots of damage, especially with his Wenjin. He'll probably get really good when a fire character can utilize crit rate stats. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, he's also in the promo trailer with the rest of the gang. Okay. I do think he looks cool. I'll have to see what his weapon is, what kind of stuff he does. I just heard Lucy and stopped doodling. Is that your real name? I mean, don't reveal that if you don't want to. It's just that happens to me a lot now because Henry got to be a very popular kid name over the last few years. So I'll be in the store. I'll be like going to, you know, get something off the shelf and I'll hear like, Henry! And I'm like, what? And then I look and there's like a toddler and I'm like, oh, okay. It's going to be super weird to be like a 70-year-old man with all these like 25-year-old Henrys running around. How much you want to bet he's going to be A rank? That's right. Von Lycan's the only S rank male character forever. It's fine, I use it online. Alright, that's cool. I like the name Lucy. I think it's fun. It's spunky. But it's still kind of like a pretty name, you know? That's weird. Why'd you suddenly say that? Sounds kind of ominous. You see some piggies flying in the sky? What? It's short for my real name. Are you the real version of Luciana something Alexis whatever the fuck her name is? Because it's like 4 names. After Nicole's Gucci weapon and the Bernice girl using something that looks like flamethrowers. I hope Lighter uses the front half of a motorbike. I hope he's just Ghost Rider and he just straight up rides the motorcycle for all of his stuff. Uses chains, maybe. Close, but it's Lucia, I'm assuming. Lucia. My mom's friend has a daughter named Lucia. I'm assuming the way you spelled that is Lucia. Okay. Why is Victoria Housekeeping just contacted us? They're saying they're ready to leave. From now on, we should also shift our focus back to Ballet Twins. Yep, okay. I don't know what happened. I was always really good at English, and then now that I've started streaming, I can't read anything on my first try anymore. How long we got? What do we got here? Okay. We don't have that long before the end of the stream, so let's not start up another thing. What do we got to pull with? 3 signals, or 3 of the regular ones. 12 of those. Alright. How about this? I will do the Bang Boo searches. We'll do 10 pulls for that. And then I will get 7 more pulls and do a pull on the regular banner just for fun. Get 2 of those. We'll do a couple pulls for the Bang Boo, actually. Okay, sounds solid to me. Alright, Spanish, not Italian. Yeah, fair enough. Sons of Caledon is confirmed 5 for now, and I think some promo material hints at more to come. I really hope we get new Bellabog members in wait or joining later in the story, like how Nekomata joined mid-story. That would be interesting, because I know a lot of gacha games don't typically like return to the characters. So that would be nice, though. I mean, if more of them, if there's more Bellabog in the game, then that means I'll probably get to record more, which would be cool. But I'm not necessarily expecting it, just because I know it's usually how it goes in these games. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Alright. We'll do the Bang Boo first, and here we go. So when I saw Lucy in this game, I was like, oh, the blonde rich girl who wants nothing to do with her family and decides to cut ties and join the troublemaking team with a bunch of rowdy friends. And with that definition, I'm describing both ZZZ and Fairy Tale. Well, you know your tropes. You know your tropes well. 5, not S. Alright. Bellabog's story ended at a sort of cliffhanger, so I think we'll see them again. That would be nice. Cry Boo. Explore Boo. Yeah, I mean, we just don't know so much about the characters that it's like, it would be really weird if they didn't show us more of, like, all of them, really. Devil Boo. Alright. Nice. And round 2. Bellabog is my favorite faction because of their dynamic. I hope we get more of them. Yeah, I mean, I'm biased. They're my favorite faction too, but like, you know. I think a Ben agent story would be cool. I think so as well. I mean, I want to see, like, I want to know, like, why he's missing an eye, where he came from before, how he learned to be an accountant, like, I don't know, there's just a lot of mystery. Penguin Boo. And Electra Boo. Cool. Alright. 1 pull. Well, 10 pulls, but here we go. Let's see what we get. Ooh, 3 A's. Not bad. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Another Billy. That'll be good. So that will get me the special thing where you can like dodge with his gunfire, I think. So that's awesome. Nice. It's already a win. Come on, what are we getting? Roaring Ride. Well, that's clear that it's one of the new Caledon people. Is that Piper's? Lucy's weapon? Piper's. Wait. You guys are sending me some mixed messages here. Okay, so it's Lucy's weapon. Well, damn. Well, but maybe I'll get Lucy at some point. Who knows?
Anton, head of Bellabog
All right.
Industries construction team.
Another
At your
Anton.
service.
It'd be good to have for if I make an electric team. My Anton's getting pretty strong. All right. Nice. Good way to end. Gotta go. Have a good rest of the stream. That's all right. The stream is pretty much over anyway. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, so I have that Wenjin. I'm reasonably sure it's Piper's. Dude, okay. You know, let's just check. Let's just check. When EX special attack hits an enemy, one of the 3 possible effects is triggered. Increases equipper's attack, or the equipper's anomaly buildup. I mean, this sounds like it's Piper. Okay. Well, thank you all for the assistance on making that as confusing as possible for me. Awesome. No, I mean that's sick though. I'm happy to have it. What is this one then? Whose is this? Increases attack when using a special attack. I mean, is this one better? This one looks like it might be better, but I guess base attack plus 10%. I don't know. It's probably fine. The other one is Grace's. Yes. Yeah, I don't have Grace, but I have her Wenjin, so you know. But whatever. Cool. All right. Then I will take care of all this stuff for building up the characters on my own time. But yeah, here let's switch back to the just chatting screen. Yeah, thank you all so much for being here. This was a huge stream. Had a lot of viewers. Thank you again, Miss Val Kitty, for the raid. Thank you all for staying and watching. That was very nice of you all. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you, Dark Watch Lars, for following. Appreciate it. So yeah, Wednesday will be the stream with Chloe Eves, Corin's voice actress. And then also Radical Mari. She is a Squid VTuber. She's been in the chat a few times. She's very cool. She'll be here, and a streamer I've never met before whose name is Moon Bitch. Genuinely, it's not me being mean. That's what she's called. So it should be fun. You know? Join if you want to see that crazy stuff. But yeah, should be a blast. Neurotic Cosmic, bye for now, Benry Gang, bye for you. Really, ads now, right on my salad. Says Moon Bitch and we get ads. Alright. Well, then I will, should I do the raid now then if there's ads? You know what? What we'll do, because I have to I have to start planning for some of this anyway. What we're going to do is I'm going to make up a poll for you guys to answer while the ads are happening about what we do when we're done with Triple Z, when we've caught up to the story. Because I've got a lot of games that I would like to play on stream, but if it's something that you guys would like to watch, then we should do that. So, we'll do a quick poll while we wait for the ads to end. Alright. Give me a second to make all this stuff up real quick. And then, yeah, we'll get this going. This way you guys can get a nice little piece of input on this. Is that all of them? Okay, I think... Oh, there's one more. Okay. Then, here we go. We will do 2-minute poll while we wait for everybody to be back from the ads. Stream's going to end before these ads end, so see ya. Well, alright, I'll, see you later. Go to the poll, Benry gang. Finally back. It should just be at the top. You can, click on it for the vote for the next thing. Oh, Keyrom, you fucker. End of stream push-ups. God damn it. Okay. Yeah, alright. I'll do that while you guys are doing the poll, and then we'll end with a raid, as we usually do. But yeah, you can vote for whatever the game is. I've got all these games. I want to play them at some point. It's just a matter of, am I playing them on stream or off stream or what have you. So, vote for what you like, and yeah, I can get more specific with it after you guys vote, if you vote for one of the ones I have multiple games of. Alright. Okay. You guys really only use the moon rocks for those push-ups, huh? You guys love to see me do push-ups. Alright. Yep, Yakuza's the choice. Alright, so I see with Hitman and Battletech being the next most popular. Okay. Then with that, I'm going to run another poll about which Yakuza game to play, because I've got 5 of them at the moment. So just to be more specific, well, you got to give more options for 1,000 moon rocks, or you guys could save them for some stuff. Yeah, I mean, I honestly just ran out of ideas, honestly. But yeah, I can think of something. So, okay, the Yakuza games that I have All right. I think that's all of them. Okay. So, another poll. 2 minutes, and here we go. We're gotcha players. We don't save, we gamble. I know you can add gambling to a stream, right? I might be able to do that. I don't know what any of these options mean. So Yakuza is a game series, and these are different games in the series. Judgment is a standalone game. Ishin is also a standalone game. The only one that's like main series is Infinite Wealth is part 8. So it's, I mean, if you're looking for a jumping on point, Judgment is probably the best one to go for, or Ishin is like its own standalone thing, so it's okay either way. Adding gamble to the stream, are we going Mr. Beast route? What, make like billions of dollars? I hope. No. No, I don't know how you can do it, but I've been on streams where you can add like gambling channel points to win more channel points or lose channel points. So I can look into that if you guys are interested. But Judgment it is. Okay. And I have long eyelashes and they get stuck in my eyes so much. Add a hydrate option for 500 moon rocks and posture check for 250. I could do that, I guess. Oh, I think it's just a type of poll. Can't remember the command. Huh, okay. Alright. Judgment it is. Then when we go to play our next game after Zenless Zone 0 is caught up, Judgment is what it'll be. Cool. Alright. Thank you all for participating in that. And now, as the final step of the night, let's find someone to raid. Pass on the enjoyment of the raid. This person is streaming and they're a VTuber and they have Girl Failure and Australia in their tags, so that's pretty fun. Oh, this dude's cool though. He's got like a robot VTuber model. And he's got himbo in his tags. Alright. I'm going for the himbo robot just because the other ones seems to be playing chapter 3 and I don't want to get spoiled. So
love the emotes, aren't they so lovely?
Whoa. That's not supposed to be loud. The Girl Failure one. I believe they're the one I'm watching. She's a rather jarring switch in energy. Yeah. Yeah, I've been told that can be the case. I am the equivalent of giving you whiplash in energy for sure. All right, everybody. Here we go. We're streaming. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you Wednesday if you want to show up. And yeah, it was an awesome stream tonight. So thank you all. Bye-bye, everybody.